Hello, gamers. I see that the ad break is over. So let's get moving. Kablam. We're back. And I have the Lucifer Within Us music kind of gently playing to give a bit of a spooky vibe, because it's October. It's the time for spooky things. I'm looking forward to it, but I do want to show off some of these new spell redeems. Put them on the camera, essentially. At this point, I'll take either. I mean, yeah, same. I mean, is he DTF, though? Anyways, let's, I've got several new ones. Also, everything is half off. Half the price it used to be. Unless it's, like, already at minimum, then I can't do any further, sorry. But here's a fun one. I'll do Dimension Door right now, because that one's crazy. Can I redeem it myself? I think so. If you don't know, typically in D&D and other D20 fantasy games, Dimension Door teleports you. So that'll be fun. Uh-oh.
Iagra casts a spell. Dimension Door.
But I guess we'll see how this goes. Well, I'm down here now. I'm not sure whether this means I'm smaller or whether I'm really far away. Here, I'll refund you that one. If you guys have points to cast spells, I'll refund you for like the first 5 minutes. There we go. I should probably fix this, huh? Hello, Blue. How's it going? I'm down here now. Enlarge reduce. So the thing with enlarge reduce is that only works when I'm on the left side. I'm not small. I'm just in the back. Yeah. If I was small, my voice. Boom. We'll see this how this goes.
Casts a spell. Enlarge person.
Aha! This is slightly more effective when I'm I guess when I'm over here. But it sticks around for a couple minutes, so I'll stay here. Please don't cast reduce person yet. It'll get so confusing. my poor mix it up will not know how to do it yet. Let's see. I'll refund that one too. Who cares? Oh my god. But yeah, for the same reason, I will have a treat. Ha.
Iagra casts a spell. Conjure treat.
Banco. But basically, with the way things work on the back end, enlarge and reduce person only work if I'm on the left side of the screen, because I have to map like the coordinates and size of the model. And if we redeem it while I'm not on the left side of the screen, I just get put in this like weird little spot on the left side of the screen instead of actually enlarged or reduced. Because after 2 minutes, it does return me back to my normal self. The question is, can I get around? Can I vamp for 2 minutes? Let's see. Oh, here I'll do this one. I'll do darkness so you guys can see, or not see. I'll cast that one.
Orcvibes casts a spell. Darkness.
That should work. Hello? You don't know damn well what it does. And maybe we need to see destroy costume. Maybe not yet. I'm still waiting for that that enlarge to wear off. I'm so big. I can't rip out of my clothes. Just for clarity's sake. There we go. I'm back to normal, see? I guess you can't really cast a spell while the current spell is happening, and I don't know how to. Aha! It was on the stack. It's not like Magic the Gathering. It's not first in, first out. It's first in, last out. Or no. First in, last out is how the Magic stack works. The other way, first in, first out. That's how this works. This is only like a minute long. But we're here now. I'll move into the middle. Whoop! Wow, crazy, right? Don't you enjoy Why would we ever want to color them? I put that in specifically because Kirill asked for one, and I made it the most expensive redeem I possibly could. Now, he has a lot of channel points saved up is the problem, but I believe in us. I believe that those of us who believe in showing off our best assets, we can make it happen. We can beat him. Oh.
Iagra casts a spell. Zone of Truth.
Well, okay. There goes the darkness. And then this should trigger. Yeah, okay. So what do you want to know? I can't tell a lie. Didn't think that far ahead. What did I have for breakfast? I had migas for breakfast. I made them myself. I'm very proud of my migas recipe, actually. I've learned to get the good corn tortillas, and I've learned how to prepare all of the meats and cheeses and such. Do I believe jaywalking is a crime? I mean, I believe... Would I kiss an orc? Yes. Easy question. Do I believe jaywalking is a crime? I mean, I believe that there are places where it's illegal, but I don't know if it should be a crime. Am I the killer? No. That would be very boring if I was the killer. What do I think is superior, sneakers or boots? I think it depends on where you're going, but primarily I prefer sneakers. I have, well, unless they're like really like comfortable walking boots, then I could do that. Could I be the killer? I haven't played this game long enough to know whether I could. I don't think I can. That feels like it would be a violation of one of Nox's commandments, and I don't think that that's particularly compelling, if I'm being honest. Just like casually leaning on my chair that's kind of falling apart. We'll see. We'll see how long this lasts. Well, my thoughts on pineapple on pizza. I'm not afraid to say it. I love pineapple on pizza. It is my favorite topping on pizza. How bold of me to assume that I'm the detective. That's true. But if you think about it, my name, my government name, we'll say, is Eric, which is only one letter off from a very important detective. But yeah, I'm all about pineapple on pizza. In fact, I think the haters need to shut up and let people enjoy pineapple on pizza. It's not going to end the world. We have so many bigger things to worry about, like climate change. And anytime somebody who says that they're like, we need to stop people who put pineapple on pizza, just get your priorities straight, man. It's pineapple. You don't even have to have it. You can put pineapple in plenty of other things too. I like it in stir fry. Do I have any orcish cultural behaviors I wish to engage with that I would like to share? Wearing jewelry rituals. Do I have any? That's a good question. I don't think I do, and I should. I don't think of any of my cultural behaviors as orcish. Maybe I should pick up some. You have an earring. Someday you'll get a clan tattoo. That's cool. I've thought about getting a tattoo, but I'm not sure if I'm cut out for it. I'm kind of a baby. What else? I guess a big feast. I like a big feast. Is that an orcish thing? Get a tattoo. Just do it. Get a tattoo. What is one growth kink that I'm not really into, but I would indulge? That's hard because, like, most of the time, if I think of growth stuff, it's something that I usually would indulge. There's not a lot of stuff that rides the line. Like a big feast? No, not actually. I like a big feast. I think it's great when people have big feasts, and I think that's very orcish. I also think it's very orcish to train and do self-improvement, whatever skill you want to do. That feels very orcish to me. Especially if you're being very independent about it. If you're just taking initiative and getting better rather than following particular institutional paths. I'm not sure what was on the growth thing. I don't know.
Take
What?
you.
Okay.
Orc Florist casts a spell. Dimension Door.
Well, let's see if that will work while the Zone of Truth is active. I don't think it's not working right now. Hey, Banunki, how's it going? We've already gone through, like, most of the new spells that I've added. It'll be more interesting, I think, once we get into the gameplay. Ugh. I'm getting back into... I'm settling into my posture, my very gay posture, where I sit poorly in a chair while I use my computer. Ah, there it goes. Oh no, I forgot to answer that one question, and now I can say macro. Ah. Oh. Boy. This is gonna make everything, gonna make a bunch of blood rush to my head. I should probably fix this. I'm gonna cast Dimension Door, teleports me somewhere. Well, okay. Alright, since I'm not gonna fix it right away, I'll just, whoop. There I am. Can I do angles as well? Like, the upside down tuts are kind of adorable. Aw. It can do rotation. I can say that much. There's like 9 or 10 different places that the Dimension Door could put me. So that was a great way to eat up your channel points. Is just redeem that a bunch of times because it's instant gratification. The spell does not convey flight speed, and your ass needs to fall at the end of your turn. No, see, because of my special particular skills, I am attached to whatever the nearest border is at the waist, or really at the chest. Gonna be responsible. Go to bed. Have a good shift. Thank you. Good job being responsible, Banunki. Thank you for dropping by. Feel free to spend some. Oh. Well, okay.
Banunki casts a spell. Destroy costume.
Okay. Here we go. A parting gift for chat. Alright, well, we're here. Fortunately, there may be a ne'er-do-well in the chat who might try to cover these up. But I'm glad that we got this right at the start. I feel like this is a good thing. Thank you so much, Banunki. Sleep well. Your heroic endeavor has been noted, I would say. Alright. Do we... Covering up Orcvibes heresy. Hongshumi. Dimension Door that comes with free casting of sticky theater. Exactly. Like the Iron Boots and Twilight Princess. I'm magnetic. But it's right at my torso. Right underneath, above the belly, the sternum. That's the part of it. That's what we want to do. Okay, well... Do not eat magnets. Please do not eat magnets. You have to leave to avoid mystery spoilers. That's understandable. Thank you, Neil. Thank you for dropping by. Always a pleasure. Oh. Well, that didn't take long.
Orc Bard Neil casts a spell. Disguise self, cultist.
A parting bane for chat. It's not that different. The titties are still out. It is possible, though. It's very funny, though, that we've done this. I might reset the cooldowns. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe if I said I would refund everybody, so I'll refund everything so far. There we go. But yeah, bye. Still want to see this one with the purple eye glow. I should probably... I need to figure out a way for, like, if there's a way for... OBS and VTube Studio and mix it up to all talk to each other and like load the particular, like the powered up version of this, because one of my issues is I only have so many buttons and they're all just different models. So I'm like, I don't want to have too many like variations of a model just all right next to each other and then pick the wrong one. So we'll see. We shall see. Okay. That being said, I think it's time we start playing this game, huh? I feel appropriately dressed for it. We're gonna find out about some people get possessed and some people die, and we're an exorcist. We are an exorcist detective. That's what I should be saying. Let's go. All right, here we go. Beautiful main menu screen, which is the only thing I have seen. Noticing some blood spatter over here, but you know what? Let's get started. Let me move some windows real quick so I can keep an eye on my volume levels. Lovely, lovely. I said I wasn't. I am not the killer. I'm the detective. The detective is never the killer, unless you're breaking a rule. That's me. I got really enthusiastic when I have spaghetti. I guess now is a good time, actually. I'll demonstrate reduce person for you guys, since nobody wants to make me smaller.
Orcvibes casts a spell. Reduce person.
Alright, who's ready? I'm ready. Oh, there's only one case. Okay. I guess this is... that's right. This is a demo, isn't it? Or kind of a demo, like early access. But let's do it. 100 years without murder. 100 years without demonic possession. Then this. I am Sister Ada. Oh. Exorcist and investigator. This is my testament to the massacre at St. Walpurga's Abbey. It is truth. Do not believe the lies of my accusers. Oh. What does that mean? I almost thought that spell gave me healing voice. If I was really committed to the bit, it would give me healing voice. I'd probably sound something kind of like this. But I don't want to go through all of that. I'm trying to give this the narrative the gravitas it deserves. Gravitas, rather. That'd be amazing. I think I might be able to turn on like a filter or something that like pitch bends. I think you can turn on a filter with Mix It Up and OBS. I want to believe. I want to believe it's possible. Let's continue. St. Walpurga's Abbey, Cybernetics Workshop. Okay.
Sister Ada, welcome.
Oh, we have voice acting.
I am Virgil, Chief Inquisitor at St. Walpurga's Abbey.
Okay.
We may be in need of your talents as an exorcist. You can survey the evidence yourself, but I think you will agree.
Has there truly been a murder?
Has there?
It seems so. A respected priestess, Mother Miriam, passed this morning under suspicious circumstances.
I see.
A demon may be present. Here, even now. Possessing someone.
Oh my.
What happened exactly?
Mother Miriam was only recently appointed as successor to Abbot Gregory.
Oh, here I am. We're back, baby.
A coronet of office.
Something went wrong with the installation.
Yes, to put it mildly, the coronet oversurged, killing Mother Miriam. Brace yourself for the sight.
Then the workshop
coronet.
operators, Gideon and Reuben, are the prime suspects. They are brothers, right?
I turned it down. It says it's hitting roughly where I should be. I think the voice acting is particularly quiet. Let me maybe see if I can, I have the master volume down here, but we have music, ambient, and UI. I guess I'm not sure which one it would apply to. We'll turn the music a little bit down, and then I'll turn everything else kind of back up. How about... let's try that.
Yes, but it's highly out of character for Gideon
I hope that's
or
better.
Reuben
It sounds
to
better.
kill someone.
Highly out of character, huh? We hear that a lot.
Even so, they were the only ones present when Mother Miriam died.
Daemons nurture our sinful desires into unthinkable actions, Virgil.
I really like this art style. Reminds me of Dishonored.
One of the brothers has surely been seduced by a daemon. Whichever it is, I will unmask his lies and cast out the daemon within him.
May Einsoff's will be done.
Ein Sof.
To exorcise a daemon, we must uncover 4 things.
I'd say sort of like this graphic painterly look. Yeah. Oh, Civilization. I can see the similarity there.
First, the suspect.
Okay.
We must identify which sinner is possessed by a daemon. Second, the opportunity. When exactly was the murder committed? We can pinpoint the opportunity by analyzing each suspect's testimonies.
Okay.
Third, the means by which the murder has been committed.
Are we going to talk about suspect, opportunity, means, and motive?
The means can be found among the physical evidence at the scene of the incident. Fourth, the motive of the murderer, which can be found in their inner world, their sanctum.
Oh.
The motive will tell us which daemon possesses the sinner.
Very well. Let us begin our holy work.
Okay, Virgil. Oh, we're in a whole 3D space. Alright. Oh, I can even walk around. Oh, interesting. Oh, boy. That's a problem over there. We got a lot of shiny things. We got some people to talk to. Let's talk to some people. Gideon.
This is madness! I will not suffer this injustice!
And what is that?
I am Gideon the Grand, the greatest cybernetician of our generation. I am blessed. I don't know what went wrong this morning. My hands are guided by the divine.
Okay, Gideon, jeez.
I see only gaudy trinkets here. Mother Miriam died by your hands. Is that not so?
Okay, we're accusing? No, why would I want to harm her? Mother Miriam was my patron. She loved me like a son. Did we lose the voice acting? I did nothing wrong. The concentration chamber must have been compromised. Sister Ada is here to speak the truth, Gideon. You have nothing to fear if you are innocent. Please hear Gideon's testimony, Sister Ada, and judge for yourself if he speaks true. Testimony is a suspect. Oh, a testimony of a suspect is divided into events. You can access detailed descriptions of events by hovering over them. You can manipulate the timeline marker to navigate any moment in the testimony. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Mother Miriam came to me for her consecration ceremony. I've performed this many times before, so I was confident.
Okay. This is his, like, POV. Or field of view, I should say.
To prepare for the ceremony, I ordered Reuben to take Mother Miriam to the consecration chamber.
Okay. Over there.
Meanwhile, I adjusted the cornet's amplifier.
Wait a second. Let's re-examine what he said about Miriam's arrival. Try the mark to change time.
Mother Miriam came to me for her consecration ceremony.
Okay.
I've performed this.
Interesting. Gideon does not mention Reuben being present while greeting Mother Miriam. Because he's over here, right? Let's select Miriam's arrival and ask Gideon about it. Good, I should remember that I can ask a suspect about any statement in testimony. Were you alone when greeting Mother Miriam? Yes, I'm certain I was alone then. He insisted he was alone. I wonder if Reuben will corroborate this. For now, let's finish hearing the rest of his testimony. Okay. He shows up from here.
To prepare for the ceremony, I ordered Reuben to take Mother Miriam to the consecration chamber. Meanwhile, I adjusted the cornet's amplification at my work table, and then placed it on Mother Miriam's head.
Scooting through, so he walks around, goes in. What exactly did you modify? I modified the amplifier within to its maximum setting. To do so, I had to temporarily remove the limiter. That's a choice. But I made sure to replace it before taking it to the chamber. Okay. Closes the door.
We began by closing our eyes and praying together to Ein Sof. I thought I heard the chamber open, but didn't think much of it.
Do we hear the chamber open? I hear footsteps. Okay. You heard the door open? Perhaps I think I also heard footsteps. But it's a faint, vague memory, not to mention it's impossible. After all, Mother Miriam can't open the door from within. Yeah. Everyone was probably working on away on some new device or another. I must have imagined it. Sure, buddy. Sure, buddy. Okay. The door opens. Footsteps happen. Definitely hearing some footsteps to the right.
Then I activated the consecration chamber and began the ceremony itself. The aether output was within safe ranges.
Is that the same person? Let's ask about it. What makes you so certain the ceremony was safe? Because I've performed this many times. Okay. But then Ruben comes over. Oh! Then it happened. Mother Miriam was killed, but it's impossible. I had everything under control. Okay. Okay. Let's leave him for now. Alright. Huh. Interesting. I like this timeline thing. Let's see. Can we... Let's examine this limiter. The coordinate limiter, a valuable piece of physical evidence. A new entry is added to your evidence panel, which can be found on the lower left of your display. Okay. There you can access detailed information about the coordinate limiter. Alright. Let's present them to suspects in order to discover any contradictions. Component is required to safely install the coordinate without causing an ether oversurge. Let's look at the workstation. New piece of evidence? Let's examine it now. Place the coordinate and the recipient in the chamber of the performer, and the recipient pray in silence. Begin the song to start modulating the aether. Pop, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely what happened over there. Intensify the aether output by bringing the performance to a crescendo. Okay. Interesting that it's like music-based magic. Or technology, at least. Alright. What else we got in here? We've got Gideon, younger brother, crafts the casing and ornaments of implants, handles the ceremonial aspects. Miriam, Mother Miriam, the victim. Okay. Newly appointed voice of Einsof, who was scheduled to receive an aether coordinate implant at the workshop. Got it. Let's talk to our other guy, Ruben.
An exorcist? Surely there are no demons here, though. This was an accident, wasn't it?
I don't know, was it?
If Gideon is possessed, that would mean he did it on purpose. Horrible.
You must be the elder brother.
Yes, my name is Ruben Garamond. I am responsible for the engineering and design of our implants.
Okay.
How did Mother Miriam die, exactly?
It was a completely preventable accident.
Surely there are no demons here, since it's said immediately before demons, yeah. Surely there will be no need to exorcise anyone.
Mother Miriam died because Gideon deliberately flouted the ceremonial guidelines for his glory.
Oh my god. I can't believe he's doing
Orc
this.
casts a spell. Cover them up.
Shaking my head. What have you done? He's put them away. We can't let this happen. That reminds me, let me just go in real quick and change some settings to let people redeem these things maybe twice per stream instead of once per stream. Just so we, you know, yeah, just so we're sure. Just so we're sure. Okay. I have to be sure. Can you believe that Carol would commit a hate crime making me put my titties away? Alright, flaunted the ceremonial guidelines for his own glory.
Gideon may be my flesh and blood, but he must take responsibility
Wow.
for his negligence.
Let's hear what Reuben has to say, says Virgil, and I had to stifle a yawn. Okay. Keep in mind that Reuben's testimony may differ greatly from Gideon's version of events. If the event is corroborated by another suspect's testimony, it will be marked as verified on the timeline. Okay. Maybe it's to keep them protected from harm. Maybe we are protecting them. It's important that we do that. Let's see. Let's play.
Mother Miriam came to us to receive a consecration ceremony, but she wanted something extravagant. Gideon suggested setting the
Take you.
coronet to have maximum ether output. I warned him that doing
Akala
so
Sedge
is
casts
highly
a spell.
dangerous.
Conjure a treat.
I'm doing it. Ha!
Gideon convinced her to move forward with the ceremony anyway, since he was going to handle
Take you.
everything.
Oh, okay.
Back to my tasks.
Iagra casts a spell.
Mm.
Create water.
This part of his testimony is rather long and repetitive. Let's move ahead to the next section. Okay. Try to stop ceremony.
When Gideon activated the consecration chamber, I immediately felt something was wrong. I begged Gideon to stop, but he didn't listen.
Yep, and then pop. The unthinkable happened. Mother Miriam was killed. This was no accident. It's all Gideon's fault. Okay. I mean, is he possessed, or is he just really passionate about workplace safety? We don't know yet. Okay. Now we've heard the testimony from each suspect. Let's think carefully. There's only one truth to the chain of events this morning. I doubt that either brother has told it to us. So we must rely on Ein Sof's greatest gifts to us, our minds. There are three ways we could consider what we've discovered. First way is deduction. Since there can only be one truth, if two things don't align, one or both of them are false. If Gideon and Reuben do not agree on something, someone is lying. Or if what they say do not match the evidence I find, then they must be lying. Second is induction. I should base my theory based on what I discover. If my theory does not align with any of the testimonies or evidence that I find, I should discard it. If two theories are both possible, then I should prefer the one that has more information that supports it. That said, induction alone is usually not enough. Yeah, Detective 101. I mean, it is the start of a game. They gotta make sure everybody is familiar with these concepts. Gaming. We are so gaming right now. Finally, abduction. I must hypothesize what could have happened, filling in the gaps of information with my imagination. This is the fastest and most powerful way of thinking, but also the most fraught. No kidding. I should engage each of the three ways in order to uncover the truth. Alright. Reuben, elder brother, less popular due to his dour, cynical demeanor. His focus on the engineering. What's that? We got nothing there. We got this. I guess we can look at more evidence. I do want to ask him, actually. Reuben. I want to talk to you. Let's
Mother
talk
Miriam.
about this. You and Gideon greeted Mother Miriam together. Just dropping by to say hi and then going off to bed. Happy Orctober. Thanks for dropping by, Beefy. I'll be streaming in a more European friendly time on Friday. I promise. That's right. Mother Miriam is our patron, so I insisted on being present. Okay.
Gideon suggested setting the coronet to have maximum ether output. I warned him that doing so is highly dangerous.
He didn't heed your warning? Why not? Gideon believes his so-called genius makes him impervious to danger. An ordinary man might fail, but not Gideon the Grand. As for Mother Miriam, she only has ears for Gideon. Today was no different. Interesting. Can we ask him about this? Curious. Reuben claims he went back to his workstation. What does Gideon say? Let's switch to his testimony.
To prepare for this.
Okay. Gideon claims that Reuben opened the door to the consecration chamber. Let's go back to Reuben.
Gideon convinced her to move
Let's
forward
unmask
with the
Reuben's
ceremony
lie.
anyway.
Oh.
Since he was going to handle everything, I went back to my tasks.
Lies unmasked. Ooh. Ruben Garamond, you did not return to your workstation after the discussion. Gideon ordered you to open the consecration chamber for Mother Miriam. Ordered me? Is that what he told you? Despite his delusions, Gideon is certainly not my master. I did open the chamber, it's true. I apologize for the omission. It's a regular part of our routine that slipped my mind earlier. Okay, so he's amended his testimony. Let's examine this. They decided to perform the ceremony right away. The statement from Ruben's testimony now verified for 2 reasons. 1, corroboration. Slipped your mind, did it? Yeah, good. So he confirms that Ruben opened the door for Mother Miriam. 2, specificity is shorter time frame and describes a clearer set of events. I can assume that any verified statement like this is true. What's more, the contradiction weakened the suspect's resolve. His eye of providence glows, which allows me to enter his sanctum. Oh, this is new. Okay. The digital representation of his mind. Feels less like unmasking a lie and more like resolving an incongruity or inconsistency. Yeah. I feel like it was... I'm sure we'll come across real lies that we're unmasking. Let's use his third eye to enter his sanctum and see what truly motivates this suspect. Yeah. Oh my god, we're really psyche locking. Alright. Fellas, is it gay to enter another man's third eye? Okay. Oh, we're pushing past his barriers. The third eye was more third day. Is that what the kids call it these days? Only cracked the outer layer of his sanctum this time. That is actually gay. Good. I hope it's gay. So let's examine the psychological evidence that we found. What would that... Oh, this. Aha. This information will help me discern the statements to trust. He's a believer. He's a faithful servant of Ein Sof, or so he thinks. He knows that cybernetics are a critical part of the one truth. Okay. Pushing past a man's barriers. Oh no. Remember to apply your lubricant when pushing past a man's mental barriers. Information will help me discern which statements to trust. Let's quickly examine each statement in his testimony again. I see. Miriam's arrival, yes. Okay. I must find the correlations between the suspect's behavior and existing demons. Let's open the demonology. Oh. Okay. Do we have multiple? Oh, we have several. We've got a lot. Okay, we've got 4. A hot shower and a cold beer do wonders for pushing past a man's barrier. True. Lucifer the Proud, Prince of Demons, is the eternal adversary of Ein Sof, manifests the ambitious and strong-willed, promising them their heart's desire in exchange for their soul. Beelzebub the Gluttonous, simple-minded demon that debilitates the host, turning them into feral beasts. Unlikely here. Host is compelled to consume stranger and filthier things until nothing remains of their humanity. Sathanas the Vengeful, furious that demon that stokes a simmering rage within the host, preys upon the fervent and the righteous, goading them to take matters into their own hands. This is very possible for Ruben. Lotan the Envious, playful but deceitful demon who slowly drives the host mad with whispers of their own inadequacy. The host blames others for their ill fortune until the apparent injustice drives them to take what's rightfully theirs. This is very Gideon possibility. I wonder if the cult has a consecration chamber. The cult is probably more of a desecration chamber than a consecration, but I guess things gotta get consecrated before you can desecrate them. I guess. Alright. If the suspect is possessed, there should be psychological evidence that has clear correlation with the demon. To obtain further psychological evidence, I must find more contradictions and present them to the suspect. Okay. Now that I've heard the testimony and gathered evidence, I can accuse the suspect. Oh. To accuse the suspect, I must establish the opportunity, means, and motive of the crime. I can try as many times as I wish, but there's only one true answer for each section. Let's try to establish the opportunity. Let's present a section of the suspect's testimony. Well, this is the one that's unverified. This is all these ones that are like golden are verified. So I guess the return to work has probably got to be the one. If it's a valid answer, the suspect will be forced to admit that they could have committed the murder at the time. Otherwise, the suspect will give a counter-argument as to why that is impossible. If I was in the chamber, then Gideon or Mother Miriam would have seen me. What about Gideon and Mother Miriam? What about when they were praying? I was still working at the time. Do I have proof that he wasn't? If so, if I do, I should contradict him with it first before I accuse him. During the ceremony, no one was inside the chamber other than Mother Miriam. Okay, if you're accusing me of sabotage, what else? When could I have done any of this? Well, when his eyes were closed, but I guess we'll see. Here? Next, let's try to establish the means. For this, I need to present physical evidence. I see. We present the limiter. Components required to safely install without either oversurge. Same as before, the suspect will accept my evidence if it's valid, and deny if they can explain why I'm wrong. There's nothing faulty with the coronet itself. Indeed, the craftsmanship was flawless, as was Gideon's performance of the ceremony. But you remove the limiter from the coronet without Gideon's knowledge, which, coupled with the coronet's high amplification, caused an oversurge. Gideon's arrogance may have endangered Mother Miriam, but it was you who killed her. Let's establish the motive. We need to present psychological evidence. She was our patron. Why would I want to harm her? Maybe he didn't believe that she was a real faithful servant. If he's the culprit, then presented with his correct motive, the demon within him will compel him to speak the truth. If not, he will deny my claim. Your faith is what drove you to kill Mother Miriam. Why would you think so? If anything, my faith is the proof that I would not have hurt a priestess. Okay. The accusation was unsuccessful, which means I must investigate further. Let's cancel for now and leave the suspect. Okay. I'm glad that this means that I can, like... Accuse doesn't really mean, like, accuse and then end the game. I think it just means, let's try this out. Let's see how you fit into this.
They decided to perform the ceremony anyway. I opened the consecration chamber, while Gideon brought the coronet.
So the door was closed until this point. Why did you not close it after Mother Miriam entered? Because I knew Gideon was bringing the coronet soon. Alright,
Since Gideon was going to handle everything, I went back to my tasks.
What tasks were those? What were you working on? I was restoring a ceremonial spear for tonight's mass. It's a magnificent relic. I think Abbot Gregory will be pleased with the result. Okay.
When Gideon activated the consecration chamber, I immediately felt something was wrong.
Specificity, but not cooperation.
He didn't listen.
Let's talk. Let's go back. Let's look at some evidence. Let's take a look at his workstation. Coronet blueprints. For constructing the Aether coronet, the purpose of the device seems to be to amplify the user's Aether output. The components are amplifier, casing, and limiter. Interesting. What's over here? Anything else over here? I guess we can look at this. The control panel. Used to activate and control the concentration chamber. Usage records show that the output during the ceremony was well beyond safe ranges. Okay, so we can take that and confront Gideon with that. Because he said, like, he even said, Aether output was within safe ranges. Like, yeah, right, buddy. Let's take a look at the door button. Evidence found. Door controls. Used to open and close the consecration chamber. Only operable from outside the chamber. Usage records show that it was opened twice this morning. Good to know. Alright, let's examine the body, I guess. Oh, we just walked right through the glass. Let's look at the coronet remains. Parts of the amplifier component and bits of the casing have survived the explosion. Meaning that there's no limiter here. How about... Oh. Anything else? The body is completely unharmed, but her head exploded into a mess of blood and bone fragments. Well, yeah, that does track. Alright, what's this one? Spear blueprints? Plans for restoring a relic that was recently bought to St. Walpurgis by Father Augustine. Right. So there's the coronet blueprints. So the... Gideon is looking a little more suspicious now, so let's talk to Gideon again. Now that I've discovered important pieces of evidence, let's ask the suspect about them. Select any evidence and ask him about it. Coronet blueprints. Do I need to... Coronet remains? Coronet limiter? How do I ask him? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I was just not clicking the right thing at the right time. Just remember that I can ask a suspect about any evidence that I find. Recognize this component, Gideon? It was found at your workstation. The limiter, impossible, but the explosion, how can it be undamaged? Slightly too much haste, it's true. What can I say? I'm excited to uncover a mystery. Someone must have removed it from the coronet prior to the ceremony. All but ensuring the ceremony would end in a bloody mess. I had nothing to do with this. Why would I sabotage my own work? Why indeed? Physicality, corroboration. Let's ask him about this one. Gideon claims that the ether output values are within the safe ranges, but the control panel indicates otherwise. Let's present the control panel to him and unmask his lie. Aha! You lied, Gideon. The ceremony wasn't safe. The control panel's records show that the aether output values were in abnormally high ranges. Of course it was. If Mother Miriam wanted the coronet as powerful as it could be. But I'm Gideon the Grand. With my talents, I had it under control. I made no errors. Something else went wrong. I just don't know what. Has amended his testimony. The other one was dangerously high, but I had the chamber under control. Okay. Specificity. Shorter time frame and describes a clearer set of events. Physicality. Now consistent with the records of the control panel. Any verified statement like this is true. Okay.
The aether output was dangerously high, but I had the chamber under control.
Tell me more about that. You now admitted the ceremony was risky. What makes you so confident that you maintained control? Because I'm a maestro. I remember every bit of my performance. Nothing I did could have overcome the coronet limiter.
Then I rose up, opened my eyes, and approached the control panel.
Did you hear or notice anything at this time? Come to think of it, I thought I heard something behind me. I don't remember exactly, my mind was focusing on the ceremony. So did, like, Reuben go in, remove the limiter, and then leave? And then put it back on the workshop? Or the work desk? Maybe. I don't know. But that's according to this guy. If he's lying, then, you know, who knows.
Meanwhile, I adjusted the coronet's amplification at my work table, and then placed it on Mother Miriam's head.
You did it in there, okay. Let's ask about it. What exactly did you modify? Modify the amplifier within to its maximum setting. To do so, I had to temporarily remove the limiter. But I made sure to replace it before taking it to the chamber. Okay. Let's see. Let's ask...
The aether output was dangerously high, but...
I vaguely recall him coming up to me. I didn't hear them. I was too busy performing the ceremony. Okay.
We began by closing our eyes.
Did Reuben return to work? I have no idea. That's not important here anyhow. Okay.
Mother Miriam came to me for her consecration ceremony.
Were you alone when greeting Mother Miriam? Yes, I'm certain I was alone then. Let's contradict him with... Miriam's arrival. Because Reuben says that they were both there. Okay. Lies, Gideon. Reuben tells me he was with you when Mother Miriam arrived. What? Oh, come to think of it, yes, he was standing there, scowling as usual. He was not just standing there, he tried to stop you. Mother Miriam wanted her coronet to be extraordinary, so you convinced her to increase its aether output. Reuben warned you about the danger, but you insisted to Mother Miriam that the ceremony was safe. I love my brother, but Reuben can be a sniveling coward. He's exaggerating the risk. Okay. The ceremony has some danger. However, it was well within my abilities. I made no error. This is how it happened. Okay, so he's... This is
Miriam
new.
came to me for her consecration ceremony.
Were you alone? Okay. Yes, I'm certain it was... Well, okay. We've already done that. Right. Yeah, I am noticing. Oh, that's right. We have to go in here. What you got for me? Oh, he's a skeptic, huh? Interesting. Forehead poke. Oh, he's a narcissist, too. Okay. Got a lot going on here. A narcissist, huh? Ambitious and strong-willed. The fervent and righteous. Inadequacy. Okay.
Mother Miriam wanted the coronet to be spectacular, so I suggested maximizing its Aether amplification.
Let's see. I have nothing to add to what I've said. Okay. Psychology, narcissist. Do we have anything else about the skeptic in here? Just the narcissist stuff. Narcissist. Craves attention and sincerely believes he's the best cybernetician in the world. I'm indeed talented and proud of it. Ainself granted me my gifts and I gladly use them for his glory. Speaks and acts virtuously in public, but doesn't really believe the one truth of the demons. Weren't they rooted out 100 years ago? I'm a faithful member of the Abbey, but surely demons are a thing of the past. There hasn't been a murder in 100 years, sister. Why would one happen now? Okay.
To prepare for the ceremony, I ordered Reuben to take Mother Miriam to the consecration chamber.
So what if I accuse him? If I say the opportunity, present a statement. You performed the ceremony yourself. This gave you ample opportunity to hurt her. Yes, I performed the ceremony, but I did nothing that could have harmed her. Her decapitated corpse says otherwise, Gideon. Let's see, means. By what means are you claiming that I killed her? The coronet limiter. While you were adjusting the coronet, you removed the limiter. That's nonsense. Do you really think I would forget to replace the crown jewel of my masterpiece? The coronet remains. There's no limiter in here. The remains only prove the coronet exploded, not that I caused it to happen. Coronet blueprints. It should have a limiter. That belongs to Reuben, not me. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll return. I can't really find physical evidence yet. What about motive? I love Mother Miriam. Why would I hurt her? You are a skeptic. Your faith is weak, Gideon. Indeed, you question the teachings of the church. You killed Mother Miriam because you have an utter disdain for our faith. What nonsense. My skepticism merely serves to fuel my creativity. One must be open to all possibilities to create truly original works. Besides, this does not explain why I would wish to kill Mother Miriam in particular. I love Mother Miriam. Okay. What about if... Narcissist. You are a self-absorbed man. Everything you do feeds into your pride. To you, Mother Miriam was a mere prop for your masterpiece. You ceaselessly caused her death, or carelessly caused her death, in the pursuit of artistic glory. How dare you? I took the utmost care in everything I did for Mother Miriam. The coronet was designed to be worn by her. Without her, it will remain forever imperfect. I would never risk anything to come to harm my work or Mother Miriam. Alright, we'll return. So we have the opportunity, but we don't have motive or means. It was an accident. I am faultless, Exorcist. I swear it. Okay. What if we leave? Excellent. I've gone through the fundamental steps of investigating a murder. Also, I see an ad break coming. I think this is a good spot to take a quick break, too. So I'll just run the ads real quick, and we'll be right back. No longer than absolutely necessary. BRB, everybody. telling me that we're back. I'm hoping that we're back. Better be back. I think we're back. Alright. I've gone through the fundamental steps of investigating a murder. However, there's much I've yet to uncover about this incident. I should continue to find more information, contradict the suspects with them, and try to accuse a suspect. No one will tell me when I'm ready to accuse. That is entirely up to my discretion. However, there are no consequences for a failed accusation. Each failure will help bring me closer to the truth of the incident. I guess maybe I should try accusing Ruben this time, since I tried to do that before. What do you think about this adjusting the coronet
Since Gideon
stuff?
was going to handle everything.
Fortunately, I was occupied at the time and did not see exactly what Gideon did. Okay. How about this maintain
When
control
Gideon
part?
activated the consecration chamber, I immediately felt something was wrong. I begged Gideon to stop, but he didn't listen.
After what happened, Gideon still thinks he had things under control. He's delusional. Okay. Let's accuse. He has the means, the coronet limiter. He has the opportunity. When could I have done it? During the return to work. If I was in the chamber, then Gideon or Mother Miriam would have seen me. What about when they were praying? I was still working at the time. Do I have proof that he wasn't? If I do. Can I contradict that he was working at the time? Restoring... Let's ask about it. This is what I was working on during the ceremony. Father Augustine, visiting scholar, asked me to help restore the relic. Quite proud of my work on it. You should be ready for tonight's mass. Mother Miriam's coronet was built according to these exact specifications. If they performed the ceremony correctly, the coronet would have been safe to install. What about the remains? Are these the only pieces that were found in the chamber? I see the casing and the amplifier, but the limiter seems to be missing. How could that be? Augustine. Oh, he's new. Let's ask about him. Father Augustine is a scholar of demons and etheric technologies. He's made truly remarkable discoveries in his theoretical works. Okay. Try to stop. Corroboration, no. Specificity, yes. Why did you have to ask Gideon to stop? Why not force him? Couldn't you open the chamber and push Gideon aside? Interrupting the ceremony would have been more dangerous. Had I opened the chamber, the energy would have been let loose into the workshop. Had I pushed Gideon away, no one would have been controlling the energy gathered within the chamber. In either case, my action would have resulted in greater catastrophe. Okay. Let's ask Gideon about that. How do you feel about this? Try to stop. I vaguely recall him coming up to me. I didn't hear him. I was too busy performing the ceremony. It's this return to work thing.
Meanwhile, I adjusted the coronet's amplification at my work table, and then placed it on Mother Miriam's head.
Did Ruben return to work? I have no idea. That's not important. Okay. What exactly did you modify? I modified the amplifier to its maximum setting. But I made sure to replace it. Can we contradict that? No idea what you mean or what it has to do with me. Okay. The limiter. Present. Can I contradict this? I can't use the remains, right? Yeah, he says I have no idea what you mean. Like, I get that the limiter is probably missing, but I guess the shrapnel doesn't prove that there's no limiter. These are all verified. It's these four that I'm kind of like stuck on. Let's see. Let's leave. Is there any other evidence that I'm like missing? Oh, I should ask Gideon about this other guy. My brother idolizes that man. I don't understand it. Theories and history. Pointless. Okay. Interesting.
The aether output was dangerously high.
Let's ask Ruben about these two statements.
Since
Fortunately, I was occupied at that time and did not see what Gideon did. Okay. After what happened, Gideon still thinks he had things under control. He's delusional.
when Gideon activated the consecration chamber,
try to stop the ceremony. Why did you ask him to stop? Why not force him? That's right, we already know this. What if it was both of them in cahoots? Yeah, I don't know how I would get there, though. It's possible. Can I ask about it? Control plan is used to modulate the aether output. Always insist on performing it. Oh. Okay.
That blue demon casts a spell. Enlarge person.
Well, here I am. Look at me, I've lined up perfectly with Ada, and I'm covering up all the evidence. So convenient. Alright, let's ask... He says we should ask Gideon about it. Maybe I should ask them all about all the evidence here. How exactly do you operate the device? Do you press the keys like a normal organ? That's a crude way to phrase it. There's much artistry in the performance. The rhythm and the melody of the music affects how the energy is transferred into the implant. Let's ask him about that. The door access records show that the chamber was sealed during the ceremony. There you have it, proof that the ceremony was performed flawlessly. Perhaps what's curious was that the door was opened twice. The first time was when Ruben opened the chamber to let Mother Miriam in. The second time was just before the ceremony started, when you closed your eyes and prayed for guidance. With the one true God as my witness, I swear that it is his truth. I kneeled and listened for his voice. It must have been Ruben who opened it for some reason. He was always slightly skittish about the slightest possibility of malfunction. Let's ask her. There's never supposed to happen, Mother Miriam. I'm so sorry. Okay. We asked him about the remains. My masterwork. It was perfectly fitted to her brow. Even in pieces, you could see the sublime beauty of my artistry. This can't be all you found. Where's the limiter? Limiter? There was a safety device? The aether limiter was supposed to protect the coronet from an oversurge. Additionally, it was the crown jewel of the coronet. I suppose it shattered. Damnation. Alright. Recognize this component, Gideon? It was found at your workstation. The coronet limiter. Impossible. But the explosion. How can it be undamaged? Someone must have removed it from the coronet prior to the ceremony. All but ensuring the ceremony would end in a bloody mess. That's right, I already said that. Let's ask about this. Meant to be glorious, beautiful. Ruben has always been devout, serious, and boring. We can't all be grand, I suppose. Okay. This is the blueprints. Either sure those making these complicated. Okay. That's Ruben's little project. Whatever keeps him busy is fine by me. Alright. We're back. Alright. I think I've asked him about everything. Let's ask...
The aether output was dangerously high, but I had the chamber under control.
Let's ask our boy here about every other thing in here. We're going full point-and-click adventure. Ask about everything. I found it on Gideon's desk. No wonder the coronet exploded. He must have forgotten to replace it after adjusting the amplification. Despicable. Soon installation process to augment someone's public speaking abilities. Sealed during the ceremony to prevent any disruption. Coronet built to specifications. That's what I was working on. Ask about the control panel. Used to modulate. Always insist. Let's talk about the door controls. For such a reason, this button is the only way to open the consecration chamber's door. That's it? That's all we got? This is a nightmare. I've always taken extra precautions so that nothing like this could ever happen. Yet here we are. Mother Miriam would still be alive if Gideon was more careful. Are these the only pieces that were found in the chamber? The limiter seems to be missing. How could that be? So, I adjusted the amplification, then placed it on.
since Gideon was going to handle everything, I went back to my tasks.
I've asked them both about everything I can ask them about. Scholar demons, yeah. Ask about Miriam. Primary benefactor. Without her patronage, we wouldn't even have this workshop. We loved her. If only she had trusted Gideon. Wow, this guy really hates his brother. What's up with that? Some some power us in the eyes of the one true God, Ain Soph. I'm honored to be of service. How about rather than the Neverlands or the warrants of our work or our faith? He acts like the heart of a zealot, but only cares about here and now. He's a vapid idiot who only cares about glory. Now his arrogance has gotten someone killed. Alright.
When Gideon activated the consecration chamber, I immediately felt something was wrong. I begged Gideon to stop, but he didn't listen.
I feel like the maintain control part. Let's confront Gideon on that. Maintain control. It's risky. I'm a master much every bit of the performance. Nothing I did could have overcome the coronet limiter. So this is why we contradict and we say the limiter. I have no idea what you mean. Oh, come on. Alright, we're just gonna keep going. Clearly she exploded, so you did not have it under control.
It happened. Mother Miriam was killed. But it's impossible. I had everything under control.
Unverified. What am I missing?
Then the unthinkable happened. Mother Miriam was killed. This was no accident. It's when Gideon activated the consecration chamber, I immediately felt something was wrong. I begged Gideon to stop, but he didn't listen. Since Gideon was going to handle everything, I went back to my tasks.
He could have been... What? Kirill! You dare raid me? On this, the holiest of days of Orctober? Of October the 1st? Hello, raiders. Welcome. What have you been doing? We're a detective exorcist, and we're solving a mystery, and there's a timeline. We're trying to figure this shit out. Hello. Hello, raiders. Welcome. Nice to see you again, Carol. As always. Can you guys believe I had my cultist costume on, which was very thematic and appropriate, and then Carol came in and he made me put it away. He paid the channel points to take it all away. Cruel, in my opinion. And unjustified. My tits are beautiful and they deserve to be freed. I hope you had a good one. What were you doing anything in particular? Give you the shout out. Just chatting. You were just being tired. Understandable. It's a tired. I don't. It's for a Wednesday. I'm real tired. I get that feeling. I understand. Let's see. I should give the spiel. I think most of, if you're a Kirill Raider and you have not met me before, well, here you go. I'm Eros. This is twitch.tv/orcvibes, and I'm the orc. Today the vibes are inquisitive. And also magical, because I just upgraded a bunch of spells on my channel point redeems. And if you stick around for just a little bit, you can totally use them. And you can force me to drink water, or teleport across the screen, or tell the truth. For 5 minutes, and 5 minutes only. What are we doing? There's like interesting timing going on here. What do I see? I'm watching Gideon as they do this.
Going to handle everything.
Gideon walks over, he closes the door, he prays. The door opens and then closes again. Oh, I don't know about that, mister. I don't know about that. That seems pretty sussy baka.
Take care.
Aha! I shall hydrate.
Farla Gross casts a spell. Create water.
Ah, lovely. Also, let me fix it. There we go. I was a little too far up. Energy has been fricasseed all week, and the Virgo solar eclipse from last week is still perpetrating against your faculties. You had a bunch of pizza rolls in your EP. I think the pizza rolls are the primary cause of EP-ness, because... How do I put this? I've learned... I'm not gross. Damn AI voice. Hey, text-to-speech isn't AI. Text-to-speech is better than that. We've had text-to-speech technology for a lot longer. It's not a clanker, not the way the AI is. But it also doesn't know how to pronounce anything remotely French. And I think you've got Le Gros in there. Text-to-speech. Text-to-speech! Oh my god. Text-to-speech and text-as-peach. I would love that. I would love a Texas-peach right now. I would love some Texas peach cobbler, actually. But I had some pretty... I would say... We had a lot of pizza this weekend, because... My husband's usually the one who makes dinner, because I make breakfast. And... for some reason, like... Every day for the past few days, he's just been like, I forgot to start dinner, so we're having pizza. And it's like, a nice pizza. It's a grocery store take and bake, or a frozen pizza, or whatever, like a good one. And we'll do it. And I'm like, this is a lot of pizza we've had. And today we finally had stir fry that he'd been meaning to make for a while. And I was like, yes, this is good. I feel like real meat and vegetables and nutrients. It's nice to have them. Texas peach moonshine also sounds really good. Maybe after my next ad break, I'll go get one of my little bottled screwdrivers. I'm no Kiro when it comes to wine tasting, but I can still have a bottled cocktail. You just call your Orchid Godfather. Just finish me. There are different voices that can pronounce different language. That's true. Problem is I have them all set to English and like UK English. They don't really understand the French. You had a gin and tonic today? You made it yourself? I do like a good gin and tonic. Whenever I have to go like get a cocktail at a place where I don't know the menu, I'll just be like, can I have a gin and tonic, please? There's really nothing that can go wrong there. A gin and tonic is just a crowd pleaser, I would say. We're going to contradict him here. We're going to say this one. Yeah! I knew we'd get there. A lemongrass plus grapefruit gin. Ooh, that's cool too. You test my patience, Ruben. Has your memory slipped once more? The door records show that the consecration chamber was open twice today. You're a basic bitch, you get a vodka soda. I think vodka soda's still pretty good. I'll get a rum and Diet Coke sometimes. Use your Dr. Pepper with grenadine Mickapoozy cherry Dr. Peppy. Ruben, he's a sandwich. Mint julep. I do like a mint julep. From time to time. I am a little bit southern for that. Never had a gin and tonic? What kind do you recommend? Just... Tonic water is super... Like, you can just go to your local grocery store and just get a small bottle of gin. Make sure it's not the cheapest one. And then get tonic water, which is usually like $1.50 or something. Tanqueray and whatever tonic water. Yeah, Tanqueray is a pretty good way to go. I think I've been pretty happy with Beefeater once or twice. You don't need to go crazy on it. Caipirinha for the first few weeks ago. Oh yeah, I think I've had that once. Oh, vermouth. Interesting. But yeah, you just don't get like, bargain bin gin. Just get something that has a little bit, because gin is just vodka with with juniper berries in it, or like infusions of juniper berry. It's not really that different, but it makes the tonic. It pairs well with the tonic water. But yeah. Given that Gideon was praying during this time, only you could have opened the chamber. It's true that I opened the chamber again just before the ceremony started, but I had my reasons. Something about the chamber seemed unseemly. Given what happened to Mother Miriam, I feel vindicated in my fears. Suggestions of juniper berry, yeah. Not a huge drinker, so I appreciate... Oh, nice. I mean, it's nice to like dip into that world like, I don't want to say every once in a while. I would say like, I like mixing my own little cocktails at home, but I also wish I didn't have to buy them in such big, like, ingredients and bottles and stuff. Juniper berries were in the room while making this. That's a LaCroix juniper berry flavor. When it comes to cocktails, French 75s and aviations. I forget what an aviation is. My favorite, like, not unnamed cocktail is actually to take a little bit of elderflower liqueur and put it in your favorite soda and just kind of swirl that together, and you're just like, you just get a little bit of nice elderberry flavor, or elderflower flavor, I should say, and your favorite beverage. Like, what's not to love? Just don't put it into an existing cocktail, because then it gets wrong. Gin plus lemon juice plus creme de voilette, maraschino liqueur. Oh, that sounds pretty good. I would try that. I would drink that if someone handed it to me. Tell me what you did in the chamber, Ruben. Doing flare because he finds... I mean, yeah. Oh, he's updated things. Okay, here we go.
Since Gideon was going to handle everything, I went back to my tasks.
But I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. What were you working on? Restoring a ceremonial period. Okay, we know that.
So I opened the consecration chamber to verify that the coronet was in working order.
Yeah? What were you checking? To perform the consecration safely, precision is critical. Make sure the coronet was placed correctly on Mother Miriam. Okay. Or did you go in and remove the limiter? Oh, he's got his head thing. Okay. Good thing about spirits is anything over 20 ABV will live on your shelf unrefrigerated for a year. Yeah. I don't think I need to share what I usually drink. It's fine. I'm kind of a basic bitch. Sometimes, like, these bottled screwdrivers I have in the fridge, they're pretty whatever, but I like them. They're just like Campari April will last a while too. Oh. All right, we're gonna go into his head and open his third eye. What you got for me, man? Envy. Ooh. They all have 3 eyes. They all have their special religion tattoos on their foreheads that allow us to read their thoughts whenever they get too excited, I guess. What do we got here? Kirill knows I feel he's gonna call me out. Black Russians or White Russians? That's fine. That's a cocktail. Push past the man's barriers. Envy. Oh, there's a little worm in the apple. What is Gideon get the credit for all of Ruben's hard work? If only Gideon can be exposed for being the fraud that he is. Me envious of Gideon? Huh, unlikely. His artistry would be nothing without my designs. He doesn't know the first thing about how our implants actually work. Vodka hater? I mean, it's basically... It's not that far off from, like, Everclear. It doesn't taste like anything. Like, vodka can be good if you put it in the right stuff, but it's just not good on its own. All of his work is trite, superficial. Why anyone would give him attention is on.
Everything seemed fine, so I returned to my desk again.
Is that so? What were you working on? Oh, same thing. Okay.
So I opened the consecration chamber to verify that the coronet was in working order.
Okay, I'm gonna chuck the nearest bottle. No, don't do it. That is liver damage. That is a bad time. That is on my way to alcohol poisoning is what that is. Baijiu can be good. Pretty intense spirit has cool and interesting flavors. Oh, I've never tried that. I would give that a shot. Let's talk to Gideon.
We began by closing our eyes and praying together to Ein Sof.
Tell me about...
I heard the chamber open, but didn't think much of it.
Tell me about your brother's envy. Ruben is jealous of me? Of course he is. Who wouldn't be? That's it? Alright. Well... That's unverified.
The Aether output
Try to stop him. Maybe we can go back to Ruben.
When Gideon activated the consecration chamber,
I choose like 50 to 60%. Jesus.
I begged Gideon to stop, but he didn't listen.
Also, Chartreuse is 55. Oh my god. Kabbalah reference spotted. Is it the consecration ceremony?
Everything seemed fine, so I returned to my desk again.
Amaretto liquor is pretty good.
When Gideon activated the consecration chamber, I immediately felt something was wrong. I begged Gideon to stop, but he didn't.
It comes over. Why ask? Contradict? Envy? Oh, it has to be testimony or physical evidence. That's right, that's right. Gideon, yeah. I have a feeling this is some placeholder voice acting while they continue making this game. Let's see. What if we accuse him? Why would I want to harm her? Present psychological evidence. Envy. Miriam's death was merely a means to an end. Humiliation of Gideon. You envy your brother's success. You want his fame, his glory. Opportunity. If you're accusing me of sabotage, when could I have done any of this? When you checked the chamber. During the prayer, you claimed to have opened the chamber to check the materials. This was when you sabotaged the ceremony. Ooh, we could accuse him. Should we accuse him? It can't fail. Let's do it. Yeah.
Ein Sof sees all, Reuben.
Okay. Roommate's communications plan. Peach wine. Ooh, we have soju that I need to open up. I should probably have some of that.
You killed Mother Miriam to frame Gideon and take him down a peg.
Ah.
With Gideon gone, a daemon whispered that people would finally recognize you for your genius.
Meaning it's
I
probably
am
the envy
older
demon.
than Gideon. My work is better than Gideon, and more important. But no one sees my work. No one understands my work.
Confess, Reuben. Tell us what the daemon made you do.
Oh! Are we going in? Oh my god.
Demonic corruption runs deep within Reuben's soul. Yet Reuben may still be saved. I must speak the daemon's true name. Then the daemon will be cast out. Ein Sof, guide me. What daemon has
Well, the
possessed
envious,
Reuben?
obviously. Yeah.
Out, Lotan! Leave this soul and return whence you came!
Magnificently done, Madam Exorcist.
Ah! The demon made him hit the gritty.
The power of Ein Sof compels you, Lotan. Leave this soul and return to the ether.
Thousands of years, and you humans never change.
No, that's some good voice acting.
Never satisfied, always comparing, wanting more. Someone else is always richer, prettier, wiser, better.
Better.
Nothing can
Envy is
ever
low-key
fill that
serving.
void within you. Not even me.
It's the snatched waist.
Silence, Lotan. Reuben may yet be redeemed. You are a scourge. Without your influence, a
Even
good
got the
woman
lip
would still
wrist.
be alive. Leave humans be, Lotan. I banish you to the ether.
As you wish, but I'll return
Not Ozempic, I just have no organs.
My prince and master Lucifer walks among you. Lucifer will open the gates of hell, and at last, humanity will remember its full potential. Until then, Madam Exorcist, adieu.
Goodbye. Got
Come
him.
forth, Reuben. What remains of you?
Thank.
Waist snatched, shoulders broad, and she's rocking those nails.
He's silent and still.
Poor
Poor
soul.
soul. Rest, Reuben. Heal, if you can.
Sister Ada, you've returned. Was there a demon at work after all?
I'm afraid so. The exorcism was a success. Reuben's soul has been purged. Unfortunately, the daemon was difficult to cleanse. Reuben is returned to pure innocence.
Is he?
The exorcism shattered his mind? Can you bring him back?
It's out of my hands. If Ain Suf wills it, maybe Reuben will heal.
Guards, please escort this shell to the cryostasis cellar.
Jeez, that's a little bit a little rough, Virgil. Hello,
Pray for
Kibasagi.
his
Happy
swift
October.
recovery. Abbot Gregory.
We just accused someone successfully of being possessed and a murderess.
Praise be to Ein Sof, Sister Ada. You have saved us all. On behalf of everyone at St. Walpurgis, I express our utmost gratitude.
We are not yet safe. We must act quickly until we locate the source of the demonic
Has the murder already
influence.
happened? Yes. You can see over here the blood splatter. Saint Whataburgers, it's true.
We don't understand yet why demons would act after 100 years.
Hello, Ed Stevens. Nice to see you too. Welcome, welcome.
Holy Father, we must quarantine the abbey and the surrounding town immediately.
Oh shit, the whole town?
Detain and interrogate anyone who seems suspicious.
We can try, Sister Ada, but it will be difficult, as we have visitors arriving hourly. Much like yourself, pilgrims from afar are here to celebrate Walpurgisnacht.
Walpurgisnacht, Madoka Magica reference?
It's such a shame Mother Miriam couldn't bear witness to it.
Ah, yes. The priestess. We must destroy her body immediately. Traces of demonic influence may remain from her contact with Reuben.
Oh my.
No, Sister Ada, thank you for your concern, but we absolutely
Maduka
cannot.
Maguka? That is my favorite way to refer to it.
Mother Miriam was a prominent figure and well loved, with decades of service. We must treat her body with dignity and give her a proper burial.
That's gonna go great for you.
Send Mother Miriam's body to the mortuary for embalming.
Your Excellency, we really ought to take the advice of the exorcist.
Mother Miriam's body has been desecrated enough, Virgil. Send her to the mortuary.
Homura Akemi, mother of lesbians and Catholic guilt, is in this game? She might be here somewhere, actually. There's a lot of... This is very fantasy Catholic, is what I would say.
As you command, Your Excellency.
Holy Father, you are making a grave mistake.
Sister Ada, don't worry yourself. All will be well.
Oh, Abbot Gregory. You're probably going to end up dead.
St. Walpurgis' triumph over Lucifer has brought us a century of peace and bliss.
Walpurgisnacht is an actual thing. Yeah, it is. It's a festival, right? Whataburgernacht.
It's horrifying that a demon was exorcised from our abbey, but surely it was the final remnant.
The daemon within Reuben spoke of Lucifer's return. Lucifer's ways are insidious. Even the most devout among us have temptations.
Waluigi Night.
It's a shame Brother Reuben fell to the demon.
He was definitely the cuter one.
But the rest of my flock is stronger. Faith shall be their shield. Now, please excuse me. This evening's mass requires my attention.
Yeah, sure, that's gonna happen, yep.
We are honored by your presence, Sister Ada. Praise be to Ein Sof.
Even the Holy Father can be foolish then, Ain Suf. Let it not be true that Lucifer walks. But if it is, Ain Suf, guide me, that I may unmask all lies, no matter how painful.
Okay. The demon's final words haunted me. Lucifer was already among us. I wanted to destroy Mother Miriam's body to purge any traces of demonic influence, but Abbot Gregory did not heed my words. She was to be given a proper burial. That afternoon, Inquisitor Virgil sent for me, asking urgently to meet him at the graveyard. Yeah, that's going great. At the Abbey, the graveyard.
Praise Ein Sof. Thank you for coming to our aid so quickly, Sister Ada.
Wanacht.
You said it was urgent. Has something happened to Mother Miriam's body?
No, in some ways. That would have been easier.
Aha! A second
There's
one!
now a second untimely death.
Another murder. On the very same day.
This can't,
This can't be a coincidence.
That isn't for me to say, but this time, the victim is a younger acolyte named Isaac. His remains were found in the grave that was dug for Mother Miriam. Poor kid's throat was slit.
Oh.
Gruesome.
Lucifer's
Who was at
among
the
us. Is he
graveyard when the
single?
body was found?
He's not really partner material. He's kind of a do his own thing kind of guy, unfortunately.
Only 3 people were present this afternoon. A scholar, an embalmer, and a grave tender. Father Augustine is a scholar, visiting for Mother Miriam's funeral. The victim was his apprentice.
Okay.
Sister Nerissa, an embalmer with a sterling reputation, preparing Mother Miriam's body for burial. Finally, Abraham, the grave tender, a layman who has kept the grounds of the abbey for many years. None of them say they were near the grave until after the body was discovered.
Which means someone is lying.
Oh, who could it be?
No matter. Ein Sof sees all. We will unmask their lies and bring the truth forward. I swear it.
Okay. So we can't talk to these guys. We have, I think this is Virgil. We have one other person here. We have a lot more stuff to look at over here. Got a statue. Saint Walpurga! I have to look at it. The statue. Founder of the Abbey and patron saint of exorcists. Interesting. What's this? Sickle. You found a sickle. Sharp edge could easily injure someone. Yeah, that's a throat-slitting weapon for sure. Headstone. Noble's grave. Okay. Alright, let's, Virgil, what do you got to say? Why does he have that scar?
Take two.
Aha!
Mihabor casts a spell. Conjure treat.
Retreat. Lovely. Delightful. Hello, Michael. How are you doing? We're solving murders. Don't forget, fancy new spells are now available because it's Orctober and the time has come. They're enabled. What does the sickle blade look like? It doesn't say anything more than just these two sentences. And I can't, like, examine it. So, I don't think it's bloody. Let's talk to Augustine.
You must be Father Augustine. The victim was your apprentice, correct?
He researches demons and aether technology, helping Abbot Gregory prepare for the Great Mass tonight.
Correct. And you are Sister Ada, the exorcist. It is a unique pleasure.
Alright. Thank you, but I only serve Ein Sof according to my calling. Why are you here, Father? I'm visiting in preparation for Mother Miriam's sudden funeral. It is a true blessing to witness your holy work, Sister Ada. I pray Isaac can rest in peace. How long did Isaac study under you? Do you know him well? He was a fine apprentice, a ready mind and a willing soul. I will mourn him in my own way. But I admit the prospect of witnessing an exorcism is an unexpected silver lining. If I find you guilty, Father Augustine, you'll find the experience to be unpleasant. Tell me now, what happened this afternoon? Leave nothing out. I began by taking an afternoon stroll.
I arrived at the graveyard with Isaac for Mother Miriam's funeral.
Okay.
Isaac headed to the mortuary on a minor errand.
Okay. He went up the stairs, met somebody.
Then I passed through the graveyard until I saw the statue of Saint Walpurga. What craftsmanship, and so well maintained.
Okay.
For most of the afternoon, I was walking through the graveyard, merely observing and admiring.
Okay. He went there. He went to that one. Went to that one. What did he do over here? He looked at it. Okay, he didn't do anything. Aha. And what did you do when you found that one, mister?
At sunset, I wandered to the back area to meet with Isaac. I was surprised to find an open grave with something inside.
Hmm.
I was horrified to discover that it was Isaac's dead body. That's when I called for help.
This one already in Demon Large? Yes, once already, but tell you what, I'll open it up. I'll refund those points. Refund the points. You might be able to do enlarge again now that I've rejected it and refunded the points. Maybe give it a shot. That's when I called for help. Okay, and then these guys came over. All three of them, and that's where his body went. Okay. Let's ask him about the stroll. That is a lengthy stroll. Tell me more about what you were doing. You doubt me? Show proof that I was doing something else. No, not necessarily. Oh, jeez, man.
Then I passed through the graveyard until I saw the statue of Saint Walpurga.
What about it? Was there something in particular about the statue that caught your eye? Given its age, it has been immaculately maintained. Groundskeeper must be skilled. Okay.
I arrived at the graveyard with Isaac from Mother...
Indeed. Were you close to her father? Okay. No, but the abbot was too busy with mass preparations to hold her funeral. So I was trusted with the task. Got it. And what about when you did this? Did you see anyone? No, I was the only one near the grave. Interesting. And you called for help? So you're the first to arrive at the grave. Yes, I was. Okay. We don't have a whole lot in terms of... Ask about yourself. My name is Augustine. I'm a scholar primarily of demons and aether technology. Yeah. Alright. Well, I haven't triggered his, like, anything here. I can't accuse him of anything. He was alone. Let's gather more information. Interesting. Alright. You there, mister. What's this over here? He was in this area. Aether scanner, huh? Portable aether-powered device for recording images and text. Already recorded in notes. It's already there. So maybe that would have been useful. We'll see. Do I have anything else I can look at? No. Abraham, the grave tender.
Release me! I had nothing to do with that boy.
You must be Abraham, the grave tender.
I am. I've worked here for 30 years, worked hard without complaint. Look around you. Every bush trimmed, every headstone polished because of me. I've done all that is asked of me and more. At the moment something goes wrong, I'm the one blamed. It's not personal. Even the most steadfast among us may fall prey to Lucifer's whispers, Abraham. You dug the grave in which the victim was found, didn't you? Actually, I didn't dig anything today. Then who did? How would I know? I've been busy, working as always.
As the grave tender, any crimes that took place here are your responsibility. If you are truly innocent, hide nothing, and tell me what happened. We'll find the truth together.
Okay. Let's go.
I spent the early afternoon tending to the bushes by the mortuary.
Okay. Oh, somebody came here with the aether scanner. Interesting. He just does that for quite a while. Oh.
When I headed back to the mortuary, Nerissa told me there was nothing else special to do for the day. So I left.
Oh, he has the sickle.
I walked through the mortuary, then headed downhill towards the benches.
Towards the benches. Where are the benches? Oh, right there. So shouldn't he have seen
I spent
Augustine?
the remainder of the afternoon resting on a bench.
Yeah. I guess we can ask them about it. Can we ask him about the stroll?
Take two.
Aha!
That blue demon casts a spell. Create water.
Maybe he was. I was elsewhere at the time. You were on the bench. Whatever, man. He discovers the grave. Resting on a bench in the rain, my man, really?
Suddenly I heard someone call for help from the back field. I ran over, surprised to see a dead body in the grave.
Okay. So they can all at least corroborate that they were all here.
I spent.
We were there until someone called for help? That's right.
You
You didn't run into anyone? No, no one passed me.
When I headed back to the mortuary.
So you're dismissed early in the day. Why didn't you go home? The nurse made it clear I should leave her to work, so I did. There's plenty of other groundskeeping work to be done. The large headstone up front needed some attention, so I headed that way.
I spent the early...
You're claiming that you didn't dig the grave? People can't scream if their throat is slit. That's true, but I think it was Augustine who yelled, because he was the one who called for help here. Right. That's what I said. I was busy with the bushes. Extremely non-evasive answer there, mister. Let's ask him about Augustine. I don't like speaking badly of others behind their backs, but honestly, he gives me the creeps. Okay. Let's talk to Augustine.
Then I passed through the graveyard until I saw the statue of Saint Walpurga.
I assume he keeps the grounds, but other than the statue, I didn't see any much. Let's see.
For most of the
Did you see him resting on the bench? Is that what he claims? Fascinating. Okay, he doesn't. Is that what he claims? Fascinating. Oh, man. Okay. Well, then, let's go back to Abraham.
I walked through the mortuary, then headed... I spent the remainder of the afternoon resting.
I only arrived after he called himself, so I didn't see what he was doing then. Maybe he was. I was elsewhere. He's here for the funeral? I didn't see him at that time in any case. Really? Didn't see him at the time.
Then I passed through the... I arrived at the graveyard with Isaac for Mother...
Was he? I don't recall seeing him there, yeah?
Then I passed through the graveyard until I saw the statue of... I arrived at the graveyard...
Although he doesn't have a great
for Mother
POV.
Miriam's funeral. Isaac...
I spent the early afternoon tending to the bushes by the mortuary.
Ask me about the sickle. The grass grows like weeds here. I use it to keep everything tidy and neat. There's the way a grave shard should be. What about the Aether scanner? I don't know what that is. Why would someone put that on a grave? Notice that? It's my family's old grave. They're not nobility anymore, but the Abbey's grounds once belonged to my ancestors. It was all confiscated after my great-uncle Sergius was branded a heretic. Too bad for the rest of us. Maybe it's Einsoft's humor that I work the land now as a laborer. Life has its ups and downs. It's a good job. Interesting. How about the statue? It's always an ordeal to clean. 100-some-odd years old, as you probably already know. Birds love making a mess on her head. I keep her sparkling clean almost out of spite. Alright, let's leave. Maybe go talk to the third person. Or I should examine the body, huh? What's that? We'll check that out in a second. Isaac, the victim of a young teenage aspiring youth aspiring to be a scholar. Raised in the church, he joined Augustine as his apprentice 8 months ago. What? Hello, Cider. How you doing? Welcome. Thank you for the raid. Happy Orctober. Oh my god. I'm so glad. I'm so glad it's finally Orctober. We need this Orctober this year especially. I'm hopefully going to be streaming a lot this month too. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome to twitch.tv/orcvibes. I'm the Orc. My name is Eros. Today the vibes are investigative, because we are playing a game where you are a detective and an exorcist all at once, because demons will possess people and make them do murders, and you have to exorcise the perpetrator from the person that they're in. It's actually kind of interesting because we have this like timeline thing down here. It's very cool. What were you up to, Cider? I dipped in and saw a little bit of your Hypnospace Outlaw stream. That was a lot of fun. I love that game so much. Do a little shout out. There we go. Aha! Hypnospace. Okay, so were you doing that today? I hope it was good to you. More Hypnospace. Excellent. I love that. I love that game. I'm also I'm in the official Discord just because I love the emotes so much. Whenever I love throwing the little dude who's like the copyright cop. I love throwing that on top of people's posts sometimes. It's very goofy, but I love it. Anyways, back to dead bodies. We gotta look at the victim's body. Cleanly slit throat with no bruising. Angry scar runs across his stomach. Interesting. What does that mean? Man, maybe I should replay Hypnospace, because I've also been, like, at least 3 or 4 years since I last played it. What is this thing? What is this? The Devil's Herb! I knew something nefarious is afoot. The Abbey must be purified of its scent. I should dispose of any that I find. Do I just get to find more Devil's Herb? What's this? Surgical multi-tool, huh? Why is this outside? An aether-powered tool for making incisions, applying preservatives, and closing wounds. I wonder if our victim got, like, killed and then put some, like, other key evidence was put into his stomach and then sewn back up by the surgeon, who we have yet to talk to. Let's go up here. Just make sure I'm not missing anything right around here. Alright. Okay, we have some more evidence over here. Oh, okay. Footprints, huh? Muddy footprint. Found on the floors of the mortuary. Still wet. Leads from the back exit of the mortuary to the embalming table. Okay. What's this? A bouquet. A bundle of fresh blossoms found on a grave. Why were they on the floor? Good question. Embalmed body. Miriam. Yep. Murdered in the morning. We solved that one. What else do we have here? A large incision down her stomach. Judging from the uneven coloring and chemical scent, she appears partially embalmed. Okay. Bloody liver? Found on a table with other entrails, still partially warm and moist. It appears mangled in some way, perhaps smashed. I wonder if maybe the surgeon, like, swapped some organs from Miriam and this other victim. Anything else to look at here, maybe? Oh, the screen, the workstation. We gotta check that. Graveyard schedule. Two notable entries, both explicitly authorized by Abbot Gregory. Funeral for Mother Miriam at sundown. Visit by Father Augustine. Unrestricted access granted. Interesting. What about this shovel? Evidence found. Found hanging in the back area of the mortuary. Heavy, bulky, and caked with dirt. Meaning it was used recently. Curious. So that's where... Aha. Okay. Let's go talk to the surgeon. We haven't talked to them yet. What are you up to? The embalmer, I should say.
Praise Ain Soph. You must be the famed exorcist. It is an honor, sister. I'm Nerissa, and I serve Ain Soph by preparing the dead for burial. I take pleasure in providing cleanliness and comfort for bodies after their souls have departed.
I see. Nerissa, how did you know the victim?
Not at all. The first time I saw him, he was...
What is Hypnospace? Hypnospace Outlaw is a very fun game that is basically like... It's a detective type game, I would even say, where you uncover the narrative by going through really old style web pages, like GeoCities old kind of style, and it's very fun. The reason it's called Hypnospace is because it's named after Hypnos, like the Greek god, where you use it while you're sleeping, and then stuff happens that's related to that. It's like a special... All the kids got beef brain. So it does not actually involve hypnosis other than the use of it while sleeping, I'm pretty sure. Not no. They actually have a like message in their Discord, like that you have to agree to before you can look into it, that says this is not related to erotic hypnosis. It's like, oh, I'm so happy that you guys have had so much success that you've had to ward off the horny people. But here's the thing, it's still very good. Even if it's disappointing that it's not horny, it's still very good, and you should probably check it out. You gotta. Like, it's I love the late 90s vibes that all of the pages have. It's so nostalgic for me. And it's a very fun story to uncover. Especially, I think it's aging like fine wine. It's just incredible. It's a great game.
The whole afternoon, I prepared Mother Miriam's body for burial. There isn't much else to tell.
Yeah?
Early this afternoon, I informed Abraham of the funeral scheduled for this evening. Once Abraham
That
left,
nostalgia will still pull me in
I
just in a normal
scheduled
way.
for
Yeah.
burial. I was alone the entire time. No one came by.
That's not true. They should have seen Isaac. Someone's lying. Love that. ASMR.
Mid-afternoon, Abraham barged into the mortuary, bellowing that the grave is now ready. I sent him away to focus. After Abraham's disturbance, I completed the embalming to the best of my humble abilities.
So she just does that for the whole time. She could have wielded the surgical tool as the
I heard a
thing.
scream from the back field. A dead body was found.
So none of these guys saw Isaac, other than when he was already in the grave, which is the issue, to me. Huh. What? Well, here it comes.
That blue demon casts a spell. Zone of Truth.
Alright, well. I wish this worked on the game. But I'm pretty sure one of them is lying. Get revenge on Kira. Will I get revenge? I think I will, but probably not in a actively, like, painful way. That even sounds too sinister. I will get a playful revenge on Kirill for covering up my pecs. But I need one of you guys to free me from this burden of being clothed. Or even mostly clothed. Also, unfortunately, I see an ad break coming up. The Zone of Truth looks like Diablo font. I think it is. It's called AvQuest. And it is inspired by Diablo font, I believe. I don't think it's the actual Diablo font. What's my pec routine? My pec routine is just like do shoulder presses and chest presses and bench presses. Like it's not that special, unfortunately. Be orc. That's also part of the routine, is you just have to be an orc. But that's not hard. I can do that. I've done it. I am it. But yeah, I'm gonna... we still have at least a couple minutes left on the Zone of Truth. I will respond to answer questions in chat, but I have to run an ad break because I don't have any snoozes after last stream. I snoozed my heart out when it came to ads. So we'll be right back, and I will be in the chat continuing to answer questions. Oh, I'm also realizing that the chat overlay is like... There we go. Is the cult doing orc conversions for October? Yeah, I mean, they're doing orc conversions at all times, but especially for October. Bacon or sausage? Ham. Anyways, yeah. Quick ad break. hearing that we're back. There we go. Alright. Oh, the Zone of Truth did fade away after all. Well, heck. I'm sorry. Here, I'll do it myself. Since you didn't know that the ad was coming when you hit that. I don't mind. I'm a truthful guy. Oh, just kidding. It's on cooldown. I wish I could do that. Alas. Give it a little bit of time. Oh, that's the sound it makes when the Zone of Truth is over. Huh. Refresh. There we go. She's not supposed to wait that long. It should leave when the effect leaves. Whatever. Alright, we all agree that these three things happen.
After Abraham's disturbance, once Abraham left, I started preparing the body for burial.
Let's talk to Abraham. Abraham knew about the funeral? I certainly hope so. Why else would he dig her grave?
Once Abraham...
No one came by at all? Nobody, which was perfect because I needed the silence to focus. What about Isaac? He was found in the grave, correct? How dreadful. So young, too. I've never seen him prior to today. We're just going to ask what Adriel would get Aoife for a date gift. Food, snacks. He loves those. Any type of baked good is always a perfect gift for Aoife. How about finished preparations? Do you consider your work complete then? I did my best given the circumstances. I always do my best, sister. Okay. Let's ask about the multi-tool. I found your multi-tool, Nerissa. I'm truly grateful, Sister Ada. Where did you find this? It was lying in the grass near the rear staircase. Possible, unless someone else had stolen it. Surely Abraham couldn't do such a thing. What about the muddy footprints? I apologize for the filth. Normally the mortuary is kept pristine, but I assure you, today is hardly a normal day. Abraham uses that to dig graves, but it's far too heavy for me to even carry. This is a smaller branch in the cemetery, and a quieter space for more wealthy patrons. There are no other burials scheduled for today, even this week. Bloody liver? This is Mother Miriam's embalmed liver. It seems rather deformed. What happened to it? My apologies, Sister Ada. I must have mishandled it. Organs are very delicate, you know. Due to the disturbances today, I haven't been able to focus properly. Let's look at our demon book. We've got Lotan the Envious, Sithanus the Vengeful, the Gluttonous, and then Lucifer. I'm the embalmer. On the embalmer of the mortuary, I pray that I'm known for my cleanliness and thoroughness. Let's talk to Abraham.
I walked through the mortuary, then headed downhill when I spent the early afternoon tending to the bushes by the mortuary.
What about Nerissa? She handles all the business in the mortuary. Why is it all filthy? Did she lose control? Maybe? Also, there's like something plugged in here. We'll take pride in our work. Suits me just fine. Did you see Isaac? The poor boy in the grave, such a shame. I hadn't seen him while he was alive. Okay. I don't remember this at all. Interesting.
Early this afternoon, I informed
Then Abraham knew about the funeral? Let's contradict with the 10 bushes. I don't think that contradicts what I said. Okay, then let's go back to Abraham and
spent
say
the early afternoon tending to the bushes by the mortuary.
Contradict. Aha! You might trim the hedges most days, but you didn't today, did you? Instead, Nerissa asked you to dig a grave for the funeral. That's true, a normal part of my job. I shouldn't have lied about it, I know. I'm worried that if I told the truth, I thought you'd think I killed that boy, but I didn't. When you lie to me, you veil the truth from the eye of Ain Sof. Speak the truth now. There's no room for error in this investigation. Fine. I dug the grave for the funeral, just doing my job. It was empty when I left it. Oh, look at this whole set of new stuff. Okay.
Nerissa told me there'd be an urgent funeral in the evening. I'm not usually told who it's for.
So you didn't know the grave was for Mother Miriam? No, I didn't ask who it was for. I never do. Doesn't change how deep the hole needs to be. Yikes. Bro. Okay.
So I picked up the shovel and went down to the rear plot to dig a new grave.
Okay.
The ground was hard. Took me some time to dig that hole.
Okay. Then he takes a break.
I took a long break while digging. It's within my rights. There wasn't anyone else around, so it was nice and peaceful. Then I got back to it and finished digging the grave.
Okay.
When the grave was ready, I walked back to the mortuary to let Nerissa know. When I headed back to the mortuary, Nerissa told me there was nothing else special to do for the day. So I left her to her work. I walked through the mortuary, then headed downhill towards the benches.
Walk through the mortuary. You didn't run into anyone? No, no one passed by me.
Then I got that. The ground was hard, so I picked up the ground was hard. Took me some time to dig that. I took a long break while digging. It's within my right. Then I got back to it and finished digging the grave. So I picked up the shovel and went down to the rear plot to dig a new grave.
Let's talk to Nerissa
Once
and
Abraham
say...
left, I started preparing the body for burial. I was...
Yeah! Because Augustine said that Isaac went inside. Lies, Nerissa. Father Augustine says, saw you speak to Isaac by the entrance of the mortuary. Isaac entered the mortuary. Admit it. Very well. There's no use hiding it. Please note that nothing untoward happened. The victim only stopped by for a moment. Alright, now we're talking.
Early this afternoon, I informed Abraham of the funeral scheduled for this evening. The truth is that the apprentice did come by. He asked for a bouquet for the funeral later that day.
Aha.
When I showed him the bouquet, he held it for a moment and then threw it on the floor. I suppose it wasn't to his master's taste.
Okay, so
I
that's how they
forgot
got on
to
the
pick it back
ground.
up.
Her third eye is open.
Then the boy asked to be taken to the rear fields before the funeral, so I let him out the back exit.
Interesting. If that's true, then this stuff is funky about Abraham, but let's see her third eye. Famine survivor. Okay. What does that mean for anything? She grew up during the Great Famine, feeding on anything she could find. She eventually found sustenance, but at what cost? Oh, does that mean we might have the gluttonous on the hand? Simple-minded daemon debilitates the host, turning them into feral beasts. The host is compelled to consume stranger and filthier things until nothing remains of their humanity. Okay, so then it's possible that she, like, opened up... she killed the kid, opened him up, ate a bunch of his organs, the same way that she ate a bunch of Miriam's organs, and then, like, sewed them back up and, you know, buried and embalmed them. That's my theory right now. She eventually found sustenance, but at what cost? Without faith, I never could have persevered through those days. I'm ever grateful to Ain Sof and his kind souls of the church. Let's look at Abraham.
Then I got back to it and finished digging the grave.
I think it's this one. Certain that no one was around? There wasn't anybody. It was just me. Let's contradict that with take Isaac to the exit. Conflict revealed! On my family's honor, I swear that no one was digging... I saw no one while digging the grave. I certainly did not see Nerissa or the boy come through. Okay. Despite conflict with their memories, the suspect insists the following is true. Then... let's talk to Nerissa. Let's contradict...
Then the boy asked to be taken to the rear fields before the funeral.
Conflict revealed! I don't know why Abraham would lie, but the victim left through the door. I swear it. I saw it myself. Okay. Well... Interesting.
When I showed him the bouquet, he held it for a moment.
Augustine.
Then I passed through the graveyard until I saw the statue of Saint Walpurga. What craftsmanship! and so well maintained. For most of the afternoon, I was walking through the graveyard, merely observing and admiring. Then I arrived at the graveyard with Isaac for Mother Miriam's funeral. For most of the afternoon, I was walking through the graveyard, merely observing. At sunset, I wandered to the back area to meet with Isaac. I was surprised to find an open grave with. I was horrified to discover that it was Isaac's dead body.
Oh, it was?
That's.
Let's have a look then.
Suddenly, I heard
Oh, there he
someone
is.
call for help from the back field. I took a long break.
Let's find out what his deal is. Integrity. I found you to be a man of integrity. What's your deal? Found in Abraham's sanctum, he values honesty and sincerity, genuinely loathes it, trying to escape accusation. I regret lying. I'm an honest person, but I felt like I had to defend myself somehow from being accused. Then let's go to...
Then I got back to it and finished it.
No, I didn't see anyone coming from the back exit of the mortuary.
I took a long break.
Do we want to...
It's within my rights. There wasn't anyone else around, so it was nice and peaceful.
He's telling the truth, and the nurse is lying about seeing the boy out the door. I think so, but I can't use these controls to, like, prove it.
I walked through.
Narissa doesn't mention me coming through. Well, she was probably too focused on her task to notice me. Yeah, let's go confront her about that.
After Abraham's disturbance, I completed the embalming to the best of my humble abilities.
I didn't see him myself, but what he says makes sense. Okay. I was indoors at the time. I couldn't see what he was doing outside. More physical evidence, yeah. Muddy footprint. That's right. Can I ask... Maybe I should ask Abraham about the muddy footprints.
I walked through the mortuary, then headed down.
These can't be my footprints. It's true that I went inside the mortuary after wearing inside, but that was before the rain. Interesting. Augustine.
For most of the afternoon, I was walking through the...
Footprints in the mortuary? Unfortunately, I know nothing about this. Perhaps they are Isaac's? About the surgical tool. Path has not crossed one of these devices before. It must be a tool of some sort. What about an aether scanner? That's my aether scanner. I use it to record images and parse them into glyphs. Oh. Well then... Why did you put it there?
At sunset, for most of the afternoon, I was walking through the graveyard.
We'll contradict that with his aether scanner.
Admiring.
Yeah. Is it possible that both of them are telling the truth? How do they know it was the victim? Yeah, I mean, they don't know it's the victim. I think one of them is lying because I think Narissa's probably the one who's most likely to have done it at this point, but we'll see. Did you drop by this any chance? I found a place in front of a gravestone. What were you doing with it? That has nothing to do with Isaac's death. I'll be the judge of that. Tell me what you were doing. I was using the scanner to recover a lost hymn for Abbot Gregory to use in tonight's Mass. The last record of it is etched upon these gravestones. Oh, we got your third eye now. Let's see. What are you? Disappointment! We got it. Augustine is unimpressed by his apprentice Isaac's recent research. Mediocre effort with someone with such potential. Isaac could have been an eminent scholar if he only was more disciplined and rigorous in his thinking. I admit, I sometimes felt like he was wasting his gift. His death is even more of a waste, of course. Okay.
It took me a little while, but I found it.
Oh, here we go.
Then I passed through the graveyard until I saw the statue. It took me a little while, but I found it. The grave of Sergius.
Sergius.
I placed my scanner in front of the gravestone. It would take some time to decode the etchings. Then I saw a stranger pass by. He was tall, barrel-chested. I think he was the groundskeeper.
Oh, so he does confirm this. No, I saw him head towards the headstone.
Afterwards, I waited by the grave. Then I saw a stranger pass by.
You're saying this came from the rear fields rather than the mortuary? Correct. Okay.
Afterwards, I waited by the grave for my scanner to complete its task. It was taking longer than I expected, so I had to leave it. When the sun was setting, I wandered to the back area to meet with Isaac and begin the funeral. At sunset, when the sun was setting, I wandered to
Oh,
the
he
back
sees
area to
somebody
meet with
running
Isaac
away,
and
huh?
begin the funeral. At sunset, I wandered to the back area to meet with Isaac. I was surprised to find an open grave with something inside. I was horrified to discover that it was Isaac's dead body. That's when I called for help.
Interesting.
At sunset, when the sun was... Afterwards, I waited by the grave for my scanner to complete its
Let's talk to Abraham.
I spent the remainder of the... I walked through...
Didn't run into anyone? No, no one passed by me. Let's contradict that with... Observe Abraham. Nice. Lies. You didn't walk through the mortuary after speaking with Nerissa. You passed by the grave. Augustine saw you coming from the back fields. Fine, I did walk through the back fields, past the grave I dug. People always blame me for things I didn't do, so I didn't think you'd believe me. I'm sorry. I haven't said that I believe you yet, but we'll see what was in the grave when you pass by it. Nothing. There was no body, no blood, nothing. Okay. Nerissa told me she was in the middle of digging, so I left the way I came in. Ah.
When the grave was ready, I walked back to the mortuary to let Nerissa know.
What procedure? Did you see what she was doing in the main room of the mortuary? No, of course not. I can't see through walls. Okay, buddy. What you got for me? What do we got here? Last Scion. Abraham is cute, so I trust him. We'll see. He's probably the second. Like, right now I feel like it's Nerissa in the lead as suspicious. Abraham has lied twice to me already, but despite having integrity. And then Augustine is just creepy, but, like, I don't know. I'm not getting I definitely killed him vibes from him. As the last descendant of a disgraceful lineage, he feels owed his family's legacy. 100 years ago, the church decided Sergius, my great-granduncle, was a heretic, which I suppose he was. But ever since. We must also be responsible and go to bed. I hope we find the killer. I think we will. I think we got this. Happy Orctober. Thanks for dropping by. And thanks for spending your spell points on my various magic effects. Noble to laborers overnight. I'm all that's left of Sergius' line. I took this job to somehow keep working my ancestral lands one way or another. I was bitter when I started out, but I've discovered the work suits me. Maybe it was all in Aimsoft's plan after all. Okay.
I walked through the walls to reach the front.
This is really...
I suppose that's when the scholar saw me. But then I got back to it and finished. I took a long break while then I got back to it and finished digging the grave. When the grave was ready, I walked back to the mortuary to let Nerissa
Let's talk to Nerissa about these.
Then the boy asked to be taken to the rear fields before...
I was busy then, so I didn't see what he was doing. I was busy then, so I see what he was doing. Oh, wow. Multicolored. Let's... I don't think that contradicts what I said. Let's try accusing her. We have means. If you think I did, how could I have done it? See a weapon anywhere? Yes. The surgical multi-tool is designed for precise incisions into the hardened tissue. Would have sliced through a living body with ease. Since nothing else could have allowed the killer to seal the wound on the victim's stomach. Opportunity. Preparing the body occupied my entire afternoon. When could I have done such a thing? When you finish preparations. Sister Ada, I couldn't have killed the victim shortly after Abraham left. The victim would have had to wait inside the mortuary when Abraham was there. Surely Abraham would have heard the footsteps of the rustling. Then, taking Isaac to the exit. You killed Isaac while he was visiting the mortuary to fetch the bouquet. I admit he came by, but he left shortly afterwards. If he died in the mortuary, why was his body found in the grave? Because his body was moved. That was when it happened. This was when it happened, was when you did this. After you dismissed Abraham, you weren't finishing the preparations for Mother Miriam's burial. You dragged the victim's body to the grave, hoping to bury it before anyone arrived. And your motive... I've never even met the victim before today. Why would I want to kill him? What would I gain? You would have your famine. My past has nothing to do with the victim. I've never met him before today. Okay, I guess I need to get more psychological evidence from her. Okay. Interesting.
When I
She didn't. So he didn't take the bouquet with him? No. Once he decided it was best to return empty-handed. rather than bring something unworthy. What about the bouquet? Prepare these for visitors to the cemetery. Augustine, what do you think about the bouquet?
Then I passed through the graveyard until I saw the statue.
It's beautiful. Was it with Isaac? I asked him to fetch me a bouquet. Strange. Yeah? The reason to doubt she showed the bouquet, but I wonder where Isaac would leave the bouquet at the mortuary. I don't think he feared my disapproval so much. Perhaps he was more sensitive than I knew. What about the bloody liver? What do you know about that? This is in Mother Miriam's body? I've conducted several anatomical studies. I've never seen an organ mangled this way. Interesting. It's beautiful, you say. Well, the bouquet is beautiful, he said. Let's see. What did we say about that? Let's leave. Bundle of fresh blossoms like that family. Why were they on the floor? Muddy footprint. Still wet. Angry scar runs across his stomach. I feel like this bloody liver. Is it confirmed to be? It's not confirmed to be Mother Miriam's at all. Didn't Nerissa say Isaac hated the bouquet because he thought the guy would think it's ugly? Yeah. Let's talk to Augustine about it. Actually, we'll just talk to her. We'll talk to Augustine.
I've
noted out the reason she showed the bouquet, but I wonder why. We talked to Nerissa.
When I showed him the bouquet, he held it for a moment and then threw it on the floor. I suppose it wasn't to his master's tastes. I forgot to pick it back up. After
I don't know if I can. I can't present it to her. What if we show the shovel to Abraham?
By the grave.
That's my shovel. It's built to last. Good workmanship. I usually leave in the mortuary when I'm not using it.
I spin through.
You were there until someone called for help? That's right. And he walks in and he goes, "Whoa!"
Suddenly, I heard someone call for help from the back field. I ran over.
Freaking mortuary! Oh my
god!
god!
See a dead body in the grave.
Let's see. Surgical multi-tool. What do you know about this, mister? That's definitely Nerissa's. I've seen her using it at her table, getting the dead ready to rest. I suppose it cuts, injects, and repairs? I've never used one myself. Let me ask you about this noble's grave. Notice that it's my family's old grave. We're not nobility anymore, but the Abbey's grounds once belonged to my ancestors. Yeah. After his brand a heretic, too bad for the rest of us. Okay. My thing with...
I was horrified to discover...
it was Nerissa...
Just after dark, I heard a scream from the back field. A dead body
was motive. Found. We need to dig something up for her motive. The ground was hard. It took me some time to dig that shovel.
After when I showed him the...
I was busy then, so I didn't see what he was doing. Indoors. I was indoors.
After...
I was indoors. If we asked Abraham about all this stuff that Augustine was doing.
Of the afternoon resting on a bench.
I don't know what he expects to find with etching, but it's nothing but trouble. I don't know what he expects. Looking for Sergius's grave. What does he want with it?
Then I took a...
Maybe he was elsewhere at the time. Okay.
Larissa told me there'd be an urgent funeral in the evening. I'm not you.
He's here for the funeral? I didn't see him at the time in any case.
So I picked up the shovel and went down to the rear. The ground was hard. Took me some time to dig. I took a long break while digging. Then I got back to it and finished digging. I took a long break while digging. It's within my rights. There wasn't anyone else around, so it was nice and peaceful. Then I got back to it and finished. When the grave was ready, I walked back to the mortuary to let Nerissa know.
She was in the middle of a delicate procedure. So I left.
When I passed by the grave, it was still empty, ready for the funeral. I walked through the walls to reach the front field. I suppose that I spent the remainder of the afternoon. I walked through the walls. I spent the remainder of the afternoon resting on a bench.
I'm just trying to figure out what the game wants me to see. Wants me to do.
After Abraham's disturbance, I completed the embalming to the best of my humble abilities.
I don't think that contradicts. I had to try it. Aha! Presenting the bloody liver. The liver is still bloody. How could you possibly claim that it was ready for burial? I couldn't finish the burial preparations in time because I misplaced my surgical tool. I searched all over the mortuary for it, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Aha! Now we're talking. Oh, and she's got this. Okay. Carnivore. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're getting there. Enjoys exotic cuts of meat, especially fresh entrails and organs. Why is that? Perhaps I enjoy meat too much. But everyone has a soft spot for something, don't they?
After Abraham left, I noticed that my multi-tool wasn't in my pocket. I searched all over the mortuary for it, but it was missing.
Your Honor, I was hungry. That's why I killed the boy and ate his organs.
I did what I could without making new incisions, but that made things slower and messier. I'm not pleased with the results.
Tripe enjoyer.
After Abraham left,
I'm gonna accuse her with the motive because why do I want to kill him? You're a carnivore, obviously. Sister Ada, I admit I enjoy meat sometimes sinfully on days of fasting, but I always repent and cleansed. Why would that make me kill someone? I can buy what I want from the butcher. Ah, man. Why would I kill him? What would I gain? Maybe we could try accusing somebody else, because I'm not sure I'm getting the motive I need
I
for
did
her.
what I could without making new incisions, but that made things...
Let's try...
I spent the remainder of the afternoon resting on a bench.
Is there something specific about Isaac's meat? Yeah. Is he holy? Let's try accusing Abraham to see what happens. I don't have anything I could use to kill anyone. I'm innocent. That's not true. You could have killed with the sickle. The sickle could have been used to slice up the victim's body. Doesn't this belong to you? Of course it's mine. I used it to cut the grass away. Doesn't mean I killed someone with it. Not like that. If you think I killed the boy, when could I possibly have done it? During your break. Let's assume Isaac passed through the mortuary and headed towards the rear fields. You were the only one nearby digging the grave for the funeral. And once Isaac arrived, you attacked and buried him. That's ridiculous. I was alone at the time. That's exactly why you had the opportunity. Why would I want to hurt that boy? Let's see. Last Scion? My lineage has nothing to do with this. Leave me be. Okay. Famine survivor, integrity. Do we want to try? Problem is that Augustine has no opportunity. But we can try him.
At sunset, I wandered to the back
he has the most
area
like
to meet
least
with Isaac. I was
observable
surprised
stuff.
to find an open grave with something inside.
Alright, means I have nothing of the sort. Well, you could have had the surgical multi-tool. The blade is sharp, I admit, but it's used to be surgical use. This means from the mortuary. I never stepped inside. I have no way of turning that tool. How about a sickle? I assume that's a gravekeeper's sickle? I brought no such thing here. Nothing to do with it. Okay. Shovel? Bone body, bouquet? Maybe not. Opportunity? I just we're separated for the entire time. When could I have heard him? You were the first to find the body, Father Augustine. You were alone in the rear fields then. In truth, that's when you killed Isaac and threw his body in the grave. Fascinating theory. I will concede the opportunity is valid, if somewhat strange. Motive, we'll say the disappointment. Isaac never measured up to your expectations. You needed to quietly get rid of him before he damaged your reputation. Is that the strongest motive you can find? It's rather pathetic, though I concede its validity. But he doesn't have the means, is the problem. I have nothing of the sort. Yeah, I have a shovel. Graveyard schedule, bloody liver, embalmed body. Okay, shovel? Shovel couldn't do... Yeah, you couldn't. Unlikely. Shovel edges are not sharp enough to make a clean cut. Yeah. Interesting. Rather you find who's possessed so I may witness an exorcism. Buddy, don't worry. I'm working on it.
When the sun was setting, I wandered to the back area to meet with Isaac. I placed my scan.
Let's ask her about the multi-tool.
After Abraham left, I noticed that my multi-tool wasn't in my pocket.
Found your multi-tool. I'm truly grateful. Where did you find this? It was lying in the grass near the rear staircase. Impossible, unless someone else had stolen it. Surely Abraham couldn't do such a thing. What does he say about this?
To reach the front.
This is the riches. I've seen her using a table. I've never used one myself.
I spent the remainder of the afternoon resting on a bench.
I just think it's Nerissa because it was this area right here is the longest time for her to just, I don't know. Plus, Augustine.
When the sun was setting,
He like saw somebody run. He saw her run right here. That's definitely her, and she's right there. Okay. I couldn't tell you if you should or not. I never set foot in the mortuary. No, I didn't see him sitting on the bench when I passed by. Oh, really? I just really want the capitalism route. I think it's the most compelling because of all the demons we've got. I'm just saying. Let's see.
At sunset, I wandered to the back area. When the sun was setting,
He said he didn't see him resting on the bench. So let's confront Abraham
I spent
about
the
this.
remainder of the afternoon resting on a bench.
There we go. Another lie from fucking Abraham. Yeah, your integrity, huh? It was that you saw you kneeling by the headstone. I admit, Abraham, you weren't resting at all. Fine, I tend the grass around the graves. I didn't mention it because I thought it made me look suspicious. Now you've made yourself even more suspicious. Amend your testimony. Okay, so he's got all verified stuff here. To me. Oh, and he's got this. What's up, man? Grief. Grief discovered. Dark Souls text. Abraham says, it was over 100 years ago, Abraham mourns his family fortunes, so quickly reducing their status. I'll never forget that night. Someone tortured our home trying to burn us alive. Of course, the cards never got the arsonist. Could I accuse him with the motive? Why would I want to hurt that boy? Present. The boy had nothing to do with my family's death. Okay, yeah. Evidence discovered. Bitch-ass liar. True. Let's see. Let's return.
I had a sickle with me because I wanted to trim the grass around a grave in the front. I had a sickle with me because I wanted to.
Yeah. Okay. So we found the sickle there. That makes sense. So I heard someone call for help from the backfield. I ran over, surprised to see a dead body in a grave. Yeah. Liar with integrity. That is unfortunate because it's like he definitely does have integrity. Let's ask Nerissa about that.
Just after dark, I heard a scream from the back field. A dead body.
I don't know anything about this. You sure don't. You don't know anything about integrity.
I was horrified to discover that it was.
I don't know anything about this. Okay. Let's ask Abraham about Nerissa's carnivore habits. I don't know anything about this. Okay. What about the disappointment? I still don't know anything about it. Okay. What about famine survivor? I don't know anything about it. Alright. Fine.
I had a sickle with me because I walked through when I passed. I had a sickle with me because
like this
I
is
wanted to
true.
trim the grass around a grave in the front field.
The grave is ready. You didn't run into anyone? No, no one passed by me. Can we ask the corpse? God, I wish we could. I thought I could. In another life, I could. I don't like Nerissa's.
Then the boy
I went looking for the
after
multi-tool.
Abraham left, I know.
It wasn't in the mortuary. That seems improbable. I thought the same, but I searched everywhere inside. It's just not here somehow. Can we contradict? Ah, thank you for finding it. Difficulty finishing the embalming without it. What about...
Mid-afternoon, Abraham barged into the mortuary, bellowing that the grave is now ready. I sent him away to focus. Then the boy asked to be taken to the rear fields before the funeral. When I showed him, then the boy asked to be taken to the rear fields before the funeral, so I led him out the back exit. I did what I could.
How did you hope to finish the embalming without your tool? I start pulling organs out with my hands, sealing the incisions with bandages. It seems better than sitting on my hands. I have a reputation to protect. There's a large incision down her stomach. Judging from uneven color and chemicals, and she appears partially involved. Ah, Mother Miriam, this is why I was preparing for the funeral tonight. Horrible way to die. At least her inner organs were intact. They sure weren't. The bloody liver. Contradict. I don't think that contradicts what I said. Fine. Let's, let's contradict with the evidence of the body. I don't think that contradicts. Fine. I wandered back to the back area with I guess I could ask. Let me ask Abraham about
I had
this.
a sickle with me because
I didn't see myself, so I was busy with the headstone. One time we could head towards the grave. I don't know what he expects to find from the etchings. Only arrived after he called for help, so I didn't see what he was doing then. Is Miriam Blood's on the sheet there? I wish I could find out. I wish I could find out with this game.
I did what I could without making new incisions.
Like,
but that
it makes... I wish I could test it for that.
Messier. I'm not pleased with the result.
Taste it? I can't taste it. Aether scanner. A scanner? I don't use anything like that for my work. Victim's body? Can we perform an autopsy on the victim's body, Nerissa? I have your multi-tool here. Is this truly necessary, Sister Ada? The victim's cause of death is quite clearly from having his throat slit. There is something peculiar about that abdominal scar. Let's break it open and see what lies within. As you wish, Sister. Please give me a moment. Oh, is this what I was supposed to do the whole time? There, it's ready. Good, let's have a closer look. What's this? His liver. It's loose. It's not attached to the rest of his organs at all. Aha! I was right. Strange liver. Found inside the victim's body, detached from the rest of the organs. The liver is drained of blood and covered in some sort of chemical. It's an embalmed liver. You can tell by the patchy coloring. I have no idea why it would be in the victim's body when he had only just died. Yeah? Is that true? It's clearly Miriam's liver.
After Abraham left, I noticed that my multi-tool wasn't in my pocket. I searched all over the mortuary for it, but it was missing.
What if I can contradict it with this? I don't think that contradicts what I said, damn it.
I did what I could without making new incisions, but that made things slower and...
I don't think that... We have the strange liver. Let's ask the others about it.
When
Augustine.
the sun was setting, I wandered to the...
Was this from Isaac's body? You must be mistaken. It's entirely dried out and discolored. Yeah?
I had a sickle with me because I wanted to...
Whatever that is, it's embalmed already. The chemical smell is always around the mortuary. Right. So...
When I got back to it and finished digging, I took a long break. The ground was hard. Took me some time to dig that hole.
Let's go back to Nerissa.
When I showed him the bouquet, he held it for a moment and then threw it on the floor. I suppose it wasn't to his master's tastes. I forgot to pick it back up.
Why did you do this? Why would you do this, Miriam? You're just carrying around this liver going up to it's kind of weird. This interface doesn't really imply any particular action. It's like I'm talking to each of them and asking about the evidence. We've definitely got this
I did what I could.
It's a bomb liver. You can tell by the patchy coloring. I have no idea why it'd be in the victim's body when he had only just died. See, this is the thing, is I'm pretty sure it's Beelzebub the Gluttonous, but what else could it be? Simmering rage, the fervent and the righteous goading them to take matters in their own hands. We've already seen Lotan. Manifest the ambitious and strong-willed person. Carnivore. I still feel like motive. Famine survivor. My past has nothing to do with him. I'd never even met him before today. Carnivore. Come on. Is there something about the bouquet?
After Abraham left, then the boy, when I showed him that the truth is that the apprentice did come by. He asked for a bouquet for the funeral later that day. When I showed him the bouquet, he held it for. Then the boy asked to be taken to the rear fields before the mid-afternoon. Abraham.
She definitely killed him in here.
Taken to the rear fields when I showed. Then the
and then dismissed Abraham before he could see it, and she came back and did a bunch of shit.
I did what I could without making new incisions, but that made things slower and messier.
Cause like,
I'm not pleased.
I know we.
At sunset, I wandered to the back area. I was horrified. At sunset, I wandered to the back area. When the sun was
she's
setting,
right there.
I wandered
She's
to the
right
back
there.
area to meet with Isaac and
This is some fucking like 11037's bullshit right here. I'm like, I know her because she did it, and the surgical tool's right there. Did you see? I couldn't tell you if she did this or not. I haven't said. Oh my god. Are you super just unobservant?
At sunset, I wandered to the back area to meet with Isaac. I was surprised to find an open grave with something inside.
How do I prove it? Puts in the mortuary? I don't know anything about this. If nobody came by...
I did what I could without making new incisions.
Apologies for the filth. Normally it's kept pristine. Sure, but today's hardly a normal day. But like, did you go in to see him a secret final boss? God, I wish. That's true. I searched all over the mortuary for it, but it went missing. I think that's what I have to do. Is I have to contradict this with the muddy footprint. Yeah. Explain these muddy footprints, Nerissa. They indicate someone left and returned to the mortuary during the rain. Given that Father Augustine remained outside, and Abraham left before the rain, these must be your footprints. I'm sorry, Sister Ada, for the lies and for the filth. I can't wait to clean it up. I admit that I did step outside briefly to search for the multi-tool, but since it was raining, I couldn't find anything. The embalming remains sadly unfinished. Alright. Let's see.
I was deaf.
Why would you assume that it would be outside? I suppose I panicked. I thought it may have rolled outside when the door was open. What you got in here? What you got in here for us? Cannibal! I knew it! I knew it! If you were looking for the multiple, her footprints would be all over the place. Exactly. Found a temptation to devour human flesh. How long has she felt this hunger? It's a terrible tendency of mine, but it's harmless, I assure you. Yes, I may have a terrible tendency to want to taste human flesh, but it's harmless. I wouldn't ever really do it. I'm sorry, ma'am. I think we have our motive. Your austere childhood has led you to develop a deep craving for exotic meats, especially a certain rare flesh that had sustained you in a time of need. Working as an embalmer must have tempted you day in and day out. You were so virtuous for so long. You would handle the organs as part of preparing the bodies. You could easily imagine the taste, the texture, yet you resisted. Diva, it's harmless, it's organic. They weren't even using the organs anymore. Ma'am. Then Isaac arrived and the demon spoke. You could no longer ignore your hunger. A fresh, juicy liver at your fingertips would be so much tastier than the cold entrails you'd handled from corpses. All you had to do was slit open his stomach like you've done hundreds of times before. Jacques.
Ainsuf sees all, Nerissa.
Oh, look at that. She covered her face up with the mask and she's got blood on her face.
You are the only person who could have killed Isaac. Do you deny it?
Do you?
Curse you, and curse Ainsuf. How can the eye see all? Does it see my suffering? Where was Ainsuf when my family was dying in the
Spaghetti
street,
stains.
chewing on leather just to live another day?
The famine was a test, Nerissa. Ainsuf wanted you to demonstrate your faith.
Well, I don't know about that
your
one.
will to live.
Have you ever felt true hunger? When you haven't eaten for days, reality shifts. The body needs.
I'm eating a snack real quick. Don't mind me.
We all have our challenges set out before us, Nerissa.
They're
Some
chocolate
more
bears.
difficult than others.
Do you think I was the only one that fed on human flesh?
It's not for me to judge what you did back then. That's between you and your confessor. But today, you murdered an innocent youth so that you could feed on his liver. A daemon has possessed you.
Yeah, and we're pretty sure I know who it is.
Confess, Nerissa. Speak the truth. It is time.
She can update. Oh my god. So I forgot to do this before, so we'll walk through it since she actually has the truth here.
Early this afternoon, I informed Abraham of the funeral scheduled for this evening. The truth is, that boy did come by. He asked for a bouquet for the funeral later that day. When I brought him to the bouquet table, I don't know what came over me. The hunger clenched my belly suddenly. I've seen the butchers do it. It only took a quick slash to his throat, and he fell to the floor.
Well, that was fast.
I knew where to get the best cut. His liver. It was still warm. I couldn't believe the taste. Like nothing I've eaten before. Heavenly.
My. Should we at least let her finish the liver? Don't want to let it go to waste.
Then, Abraham barged into the mortuary, bellowing that the grave is now ready. I sent him away to focus. My senses were returning, and I cleaned up my mess. I sealed the boy's body, putting the liver from the body I had been embalming inside
Oh,
and
that
sealing
iron.
it.
Yummy.
I carried him to the new grave and quickly tossed him in. I heard someone coming, so I didn't have time to bury him. I was shaking with adrenaline.
She walks in. She drops him. Plap. I love how she just like, not basically T-posing, but with her arms down. Just goes, boop, and then he falls. She's strong, yeah. She could totally lift the shovel.
In my hurry to return to the mortuary, my multi-tool must have slipped out of my apron's pocket. I stored what was left of the liver among the other entrails, hoping to finish it later.
Oh my god.
I wanted to savor its deep, rich flavors.
The contamination. Girl, you gotta. We're too far beyond that. We're past it.
Sooner than I anticipated, I heard a scream from the backfield. Someone had already discovered the body.
Yep. Alright. We know what's up. You're not you when you're hungry. Have a Snickers.
Nerissa's wretched soul is twisted by demonic influence.
Oh, Augustine's gonna miss it. That's great, actually. Fuck that guy.
I must speak the daemon's true name. Then the daemon will be cast out and be banished to the ether. Ainsuf, guide me. What daemon has possessed Nerissa?
Oh, we know. Beelzebub the Gluttonous. The host is compelled to consume stranger and filthier things until nothing remains of their humanity.
Out, Beelzebub! Leave this soul and return whence you came!
Damn, that's a lot of mouths.
No! We must free Nerissa. The delicious, scrumptious little morsel. We must have more. The hunger is an endless pit. More!
Speak, Beelzebub. Why has your kind returned?
Hunger is a primal need. Just as you feed on lesser life forms, growing them in captivity for slaughter, we feed on you. The meat of your emotions, the marrow of your deepest desires.
You will prey upon us no longer, Beelzebub. Return to the ether, and never come back.
Yeah.
I must obey for now, but we won't be gone too long. Tonight, Lucifer will open the gates of hell. I won't be the only one allowed to feast.
Isn't Beelzebub associated with flies or something? It depends on what source material you're going with.
Ada, you juicy little morsel. We shall devour you soon. You and all the other delicacies.
Get out of here, mister.
Nerissa. Do you hear me, Nerissa? Was I too late?
Does nothing remain of your soul?
Goodbye, Nerissa. May Ain Soph make you whole again.
So this is the power of an exorcist.
Oh, he did see it, damn it.
I've dreamed of seeing
Grief Kaiseki.
it. Looks a bit different than I imagined, however. What's happening to her?
Oh. Oh. Yeah?
Ada, look out!
Huh?
Huh?
Halt, Nerissa. Good. I've stunned her.
Okay.
Are you all right, Sister Ada?
Yes. You came just in time. My thanks, Virgil.
Ein Soph, save us! Another possession! Another killing! How is this possible? Who is responsible?
The demons.
Virgil, you have failed us. How could you allow this to happen?
Unfortunately, Father, I believe you are primarily responsible. We should have listened to Ada.
We should have.
She warned us about the contaminated body, and its demons spread, just as she said.
We must act now. We can't waste any more time bickering about
Abbott
who's to
Gregory,
blame.
you are mad sus.
The daemon within Nerissa spoke of Lucifer's return. He walks among us.
It's perverse that they would return now on the holiest of days. Why? Are we being punished?
Man, don't even try to figure that out.
It doesn't matter why. The
Among
Abbey
us.
is unsafe, Father. Cancel the Mass. Send the pilgrims home. If you proceed, you are risking all their lives.
Oh, he's not canceling the Mass. We all know it.
No, Father. You must stay the course. We've worked too hard for this moment.
Augustine? Now you're Sussy Baka.
I have decoded the ancient hymn of communion. The Mass can proceed as planned. This chance will not come again for another century. It's literally the last chance we have in our lifetime.
What is the significance of that hymn? Why must it be sung tonight?
According to Augustine's research, it honors Saint Walpurga and her victory in a way uniquely pleasing to Ein Soph.
Okay, so again, Galaxy Brain Theory, because I totally got the Nerissa one right, but I think Augustine is gonna kill somebody later because he's possessed by a demon, probably Lucifer, and he's gonna be, because he's also connected to the first murder, and he's gonna be like, this special hymn is gonna be like a hymn of ultra possession that takes over a bajillion people or whatever, and in a way that's uniquely pleasing to Ein Soph. That's just fake. Yeah, there's no way.
I protest. But if you absolutely must hold the Mass, at least allow me to guard you at the altar. You are putting yourself in danger. What if you were possessed?
That may be unwise, Father. Surely if things are as dangerous as you
Augustine,
say, nobody should be
you
trusted.
are really chalking up points in the sus column.
How do we know this supposed exorcist is not the pawn of Lucifer?
Bro.
That's absurd! You witnessed the exorcism!
Virgil's the only sane man around here.
No, I saw her turn a woman into a rabid beast. What really transpired in the ether when she supposedly exorcised these demons?
Oh my god.
She invokes the demons' names. She knows them more intimately than any of us.
I speak their names to control them and then banish them. You know this.
Or perhaps you are being used by them. How would we know?
I think he's projecting. Could all be a red herring too. Yeah. I mean, there was only one mystery before this, which was basically a tutorial.
The only thing that possesses me is the flame of Ein Sof. I shouldn't have to defend myself.
Actually, what Augustine says makes sense. We should be extra cautious, just in case. I don't want you at the Mass.
Great.
If you truly believe Lucifer lurks at my abbey, find him. Unmask him. Search the grounds as you like. But stay away from the chapel, or I will have you put in a cell.
Could be a fake out. Maybe Augustine is a future Moida victim. Yeah, I think either he or Abbot Gregory are going to end up dead before the end of this game.
Nothing can be permitted to interrupt the Mass and the hymn, especially after the events of today. Saint Walpurga deserves to be honored for her victories. Inquisitor, Augustine, come. We have much to prepare. Very wise, Father. As always. Farewell, sister.
It would be best if you were wrong, Ada.
But I'm filled with dread.
That's because it is. Lucifer will strike tonight, Virgil. I only pray he strikes at me instead of at the Mass. Stay vigilant.
Okay. Poisoned by Father Augustine against me, Abbot Gregory ordered that I remain outside of the chapel for his Mass. At midnight, the gathered pilgrims lifted their voices in praise to Ein Sof, but they were cut short by a thunderous crash. Another soul taken. Alright, I see an ad break coming. I can't snooze it because I'm still out of snoozes. I am going to end soon, but I think maybe it might be fun to maybe open up the investigation and look and see what's going on, and then come back and review that information in another stream. Or maybe I'll see how much longer this game is. And so, I'm going to run a real quick ad break, because I have to. It's making me. And we'll be back in just a couple minutes. I promise. Here we go. Alright, I think we're back. Okay. Let's go. Let's take a look, and maybe we'll look at that thing that Cell sent me. Or maybe I'll laugh at it. The chapel.
Virgil, where's Abbot Gregory? What interrupted his mass?
Well, we know. Yeah, okay.
The abbot. His death was the interruption.
I knew it.
Third murder, I'm afraid. The lights went out during mass.
The lights went out, huh?
Moments later, the statue of Saint Walpurga crashed down from the ceiling.
Wow.
Gregory with its spear.
It's symbolic.
An assassination, then. But why? We must determine who is possessed immediately. Examining the facts will reveal Ainsof's truth. How was the statue held in place?
Due to its weight, we had to rely on using aether-powered restraints.
Aether-powered restraints, huh?
Which means the killer must have sabotaged the 2 power generators on the balcony floor. There were only 2 people on the balcony during the mass. I've detained them for interrogation. I've sent the pilgrims back to town, lest they panic and disturb the evidence.
Excellent work, Virgil. Who are the suspects? You said there were 2.
You already know them. Brother Gideon and Father Augustine.
Brother Gideon and Father Augustine.
Since you are a key witness to the events, I will of course hear your testimony as well.
Oh, Virgil.
May
I hope it's not him.
show us the truth behind all of today's events.
Okay. Let's take a look at this. We'll look at all the evidence, but do none of the testimony yet. We'll save that for next time, I think. Abbot Gregory's body. Stabbed through the chest by the statue's spear while giving his communion mass. Statue of Walpurga. Statue. Hanging stone statue of Saint Walpurga was recently outfitted with a spear relic and suspended above the altar using aether restraints. What about the spear? Appears to have aetheric mechanisms of unknown origin. I wonder if that could be connected to Mr. Gideon. Anything up here? Oh, up here. Oh, we have the control panel, the organ power. Massive musical instrument similar to the organ in the Cybernetics Tower. That's where the first murder was. What's this? West generator. The generator normally powers the lights and the aether restraints in conjunction with its counterpart on the east balcony. It's been fried by some sort of aetheric discharge. Can you play Wonderwall on that? You can play Wonderwall on anything if you really set your mind to it. What if we keep exploring? What's over here? A bell. And a hammer? Ritual hammer. Two-handed bronze hammer used to ring the ritual bell during mass. Ritual bell. An old bronze bell. Okay, well, thanks. Rung during mass. Got it. Cybernetic remains. Found near the power generator in the east balcony, overloaded and shattered to bits. Play a Baroque Wonderwall on my harpsichord. Nice. Good. Generator normally powers the lights and the aether restraints in conjunction with its parents from the west balcony. It's been fried by some sort of aetheric discharge. So, I think that's all the glowing stuff. You know what? I'll want to hear one testimony. I want to hear it from Virgil. Virgil? Hello? Sister, we must bring divine justice upon the sinner who killed Abbot Gregory. I only wish I could act as inquisitor here, but I submit to your authority. This is what I witnessed tonight. Alright.
We arrived shortly before the mass began.
The abbot ordered me to patrol the balcony. Okay.
Inquisitor, prepare.
As you command. I began my patrol by securing the east side of the balcony. I saw Gideon examining the ritual bell.
Okay, so he sees Gideon here with the hammer. Got it. Nothing has exploded yet.
Then, I patrolled the south balcony.
South balcony. Uh-huh. How did Gideon get from the east over to the west side so easily?
Everything appeared to be in order, so I ended my patrol and watched over the chapel from the south balcony.
Uh-huh. Oh. Somebody over there.
As I heard the ritual bell ring for the second time, the lights went out.
Uh-huh.
I suspected foul play, so I headed towards the west generator. Along the way, I discovered Gideon lying unconscious.
Sussy Baka.
To protect the remaining generator, I ran towards the east balcony. Along the way, I heard an explosion.
Okay. Oh, that's such an insecure way to keep a statue up. Holy shit.
Then, the statue's aetherish was deactivated, dropping and impaling Abbot Gregory. May he rest in peace.
Get wrecked.
When I arrived at the generator, Augustine was standing nearby, smirking at the carnage he caused. I arrested him there and then.
Okay, well, that means it's not Augustine. But I do think there's some very funny business going on. Okay. Okay. I'm getting sleepy. That just means it's time to stop. Let's leave. Can I, like, go back to the main menu? I can, just right here. Got it. Okay. We'll leave this here. I'll pull up. Let's see if I can get that, that YouTube short. Is it worth it? He says it's stream safe. Copy link. Alright. Oh boy. The caption here is, the older I get, the more I realize Parks and Rec wasn't exaggerating. Let's turn this up a little bit. And I'll go to the browser scene. Oh, that's not working. Hey there. You should be on this. There we go. Alright, what you got for us? Let's find out.
I'm not quite sure why I'm here or what I'm doing. But there's a reason.
Ma'am, we're discussing the rezoning for the Portillos. Do you have any comments on that?
For what?
We're discussing the rezoning on 53rd for...
Well, I live on 63rd.
Again, we're here to hear comments about the rezoning.
Well, I don't like Facebook. And I don't like the internet because I can't find a job. The library blocked my password. Now tell me, does that make any sense to you?
Incredible. I'm with her though. I can't find a job and I don't like the internet. I feel it. I'm with her on that one. Okay. All right, let's figure out who we're raiding. Who are we raiding? Who are we gonna raid? I can't raid Kirill because he already raided me. Can't raid Cider because he also already raided me. Let's see. Let's raid. It's Orctober. Let's raid another orc. I haven't raided them before, but hopefully this will work out. He is a VTuber. His name's Kranag or Kranag. I'm not sure exactly, but he's playing a game called City 20. He plays a lot of like cool fantasy stuff that I kind of wish that I understood better, and I'm interested. So let's go ahead and raid and let's keep the orc raid train going. It's been up for only for 15 minutes too, so it'll probably be going for quite a while. So let's go ahead and give Krennic a raid. Thank you all for joining me, as always. I'll put my credits in here. Thanks for trying out my fun new spell redeems. They're going to continue to be there for in perpetuity, basically. And yeah, we'll say hi to Krennic. We'll get that raid started right now. Let's see. Oh, he's not offline, is he? He was just up. I could have sworn. Oh, no, he's gone now. I think. Well, dang it. He was up. I swear to goodness. I swear he was up. Where the heck? What the heck? Unfortunately, if he's kind of the only person I can really raid right now. I think we might raid cats if we can't find, or critter time. It has been a minute. Critter vision's going kind of crazy right now. There's a couple of raccoons going on, and an armadillo. Holy shit! Let me see. TV. Is he live?
I'll give.
Oh shush. Videos. I gotta make sure that he's like 17 minutes ago. Okay, yeah, he was just online, and then I think he was starting to get. We'll just hang out for a little bit, just for a little minute, because I feel like he might come back. Because I think that's a possibility. Give me a second. Anyways, armadillos can carry leprosy? What? That's crazy. I've never heard of anybody even getting a leprosy. The only other animal to do so. That's great. The lower body temperature. Oh, are most mammals do they run at a higher temperature than humans and humanoids, I should say? That'd be wild. Well, heck. I was literally just about... Okay. If not, I'll give him a shout out. Give him a couple more minutes. Here, we'll do another quick Q&A. I'll do this to myself. I'll Zone of Truth myself. Here we go.
Orcvibes casts a spell. Zone of Truth.
Alright, I cannot lie. Ask me whatever meaningless question you want to ask me. Get my hot takes. My worst opinions. I will share them with you. Within reason. I'm not going to give you terrible opinions. What do I like most about my husband? He's very funny and he's very reliable, and he's a wonderful partner. He's actually quite an excellent partner for me, and I appreciate that. Nothing redeemable. What shows do I like at the moment? I've been watching Free Ren, and I'm still getting my way through it, but I really like it. What else? That's what I've been watching. I watched To Be Hero X. That was pretty good. I didn't like that it kind of just ended with like an obvious season 2 hook, but it's what it's got to do. What do I think of Kirill Orc-Florist? I think he's a very good friend, even though he's homophobic about making me put my clothes back on. When people pay those special channel points to see my orc titties. The gun. What's the most ethically dubious thing the orc cult has done? That's a good question. I would say probably, even like with permission and like awareness, messing with people's memories. Why is it 3 times to put my clothes back on and to take them off? Because that one was made specifically for Kirill. I'm acephobic. I don't think I'm acephobic, personally. But that's because I have to say that. Season 2 is coming soon? Oh, nice. I'm excited for that. I don't know. I haven't finished Fear in Season 1. Why are Minotaurs the best? Beefy. In the literal sense. Also, like, cows and bulls and bovines in general are just lovely, docile, like, creatures. And it's cool that they can be, you know, put together into a humanoid thing. I think that's great. You're a Mino. Good for you. I'm also kind of one. But, like, I justify it by saying, like, oh, look, it's Brex, but he's a cow now. But then he kind of became his own character because he became a himbo, and we love him for that. If I could be anything other than an orc, not that I would ever want to, what do I want to be? Probably a minotaur. I mean, that's probably why. Another close one is a dragon, because I really have connected a lot with, like, the dragon aesthetic post Baldur's Gate 3, especially Dragonborn. I think they're cool. What are my thoughts on Gangnam Style? I think it deserves to still be the most watched YouTube video, and I think whatever is currently not Gangnam Style that has that doesn't deserve it. That's my thing. Yeah, I think that's a good way to go with that. I have no idea. I assume it's like it was some like Team 19 or something, or it was like PewDiePie for a while or whatever. And, meh, don't care. Gangnam Style. Put that back on top. We deserve it. My tusk care routine. You gotta brush and floss twice a day. And if you can, use a water flosser. But you also want to polish the tusks because they're, you know, outward facing. So you want to build up like a preventative layer to stop anything from outside, come from like sticking to it. A lion. I was a lion once. It was a long time ago. I was a different person in a literal sense. None of the cells in my body now were present as in my body then. Therefore, I was a different person. That's what it has to be. Oh. That was nothing. That was my sock on my foot rubbing against my chair. Yeah, that's how cells work. None of the cells in my body. Not everything that sounds like cell is about you. Have I listened to the entirety of Diamond Jubilee by Cindy Lee? I don't think I have listened. If that's an album, I have not listened to a full album. I usually just listen to whatever you send me, Kiro. I thought this was supposed to be a safe for work stream. Well, it is a safe for work stream, kind of. You're gonna make me come into the zone of truth and say that. Back it up. Oh my god. I mean, just link me the full album, and I'll probably listen to it at some point. We literally saw cannibalism. Yeah, that's not very safe for work. She did be eating somebody. Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right. Well, I killed. I think he's back. I think Krenag is back. All right. I'm gonna give this a try. He seems like he's online. All 2 hours of Diamond Jubilee Best Album of 2024 that has potential. All right. We're gonna start the raid. Yes. Okay. Okay. He's got a very cute avatar right now. So okay, he's live. We're starting the raid. Okay. Thanks again, everybody, for stopping by, and thank you for my impromptu Q&A. It feels right to raid from one orc to another orc on today, the 1st of October. And heck, oh, thank you for the follow, Aileron. I'm gonna be doing a lot more streaming. I'm aiming for 3 times a week. We'll see if I can actually pull that off. I want to do some more. I'm gonna do a lot more. Like, I just got the cute orc on the way. It's true. I'm sorry. But I want to do a lot more like midday streams, because I have a tendency to stream only in the evening, and I know that a lot of people go to bed, especially if they're on the other side of the world. And I want to do that. I think I'll be back on Friday. I might go for a super long stream or like a double thing on Friday, because I want to play Epic 7 for the new free run unit that's coming out from Fern. Is going to be pullable on the banner, and then I'll probably take a break, eat dinner, maybe come back. I don't think I have any plans on Friday, so if that's the case, maybe I'll just play more Hades, because that's been a lot of fun. I wouldn't mind doing that on stream again. I've already stay tuned also to all of my various places, because I have a YouTube video going live of highlights from my Hades 2 stream on Sunday. But for now, we're gonna go say hi to Krenog, and I will see you guys next time in a couple days. Goodbye. Goodbye now.